Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the After Hours, episode number 217. My name is AugieRFC, and you're watching the Monday show. How we all doing, everyone? And welcome to the program. What's up, Bowblax?
Happy birthday, Augie.
Oh, happy Monday. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. What's going on, guys? YouTube already gave me a birthday present right here. You know what they told me? They said, we're going to take you off the sub feeds, like, right at the start. Like, normally we take them off like within an hour so he actually has a chance to get viewers, but now we're just gonna not show him at all. So that's wonderful. Wow. That's amazing. But regardless of that, we got a big show.
The title. That's the reason, dude.
Yeah.
You connect using right away, dude. Speed dial.
Got her on speed dial. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good news at all. Oh my god, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the show today. My name is AugieRFC, and it is my birthday. It is my birthday. I turned 19 today, so go ahead and wish me a happy birthday, everybody. Do it! You're required to. But no, it is my birthday. It's been quite an interesting birthday, because it's also like quarantine, and things have only just gotten worse recently due to recent events. So I didn't really get I mean, I did hang out with friends for most of yesterday, so that was pretty nice. But obviously, even then, like what we're able to do when we're hanging out or whatever is limited. So. You know, it's not the best.
Put laws to self-isolate more because there's like a huge spike in corona or whatever.
Well, the way they're doing it, it's not like direct laws. It's basically just like strong, like, you know, advisory statements. Like, you don't have to wear a mask, but you should. Like, one of the things they did was like, you know, they're not forcing businesses to force masks on people. They're just fining businesses in Dallas County that don't require their customers to wear a mask. So the businesses, they are basically put in a position where they have to enforce rules that they're not, you know, that they're not supposed to be forced to do this, but they're forced to anyway because
like in
fucking
a
cancer.
Way.
Oh, we're not gonna make you. We're just going to make your. We're just gonna make your life hell if you don't do this. So that's just wonderful. That's just amazing. Yeah, wear the mask. No! I actually don't have any issue with the... you know, there's a whole mask debate going on right now. Actually, like, when it comes to the mask itself, I don't really have much of an issue with it. I just want to be able to go to fucking Starbucks or Taco Bell and sit there on my ass for a few hours. That's all I want to do.
In my opinion, wearing a mask is a small price to pay if you're able to, like, you know, actually do things outside of your house, right? So... As long as masks are readily available and everyone can get one pretty easily, I do like one thing about the mask, right? Is I can walk into, like, I can just walk around, like, buildings or whatever with my mouth open, and nobody knows that. I don't know why, it's just such a, you know, I can just... It's liberating, dude, finally, dude. You can express your...
I can act like a retard.
Public,
also, something weird about the mask is every time I have them on, like, I just feel sleepy or something. It's like I'm, like, drugged or something. You ever feel that, like, when you wear the mask? I don't know.
No.
No?
I think it's just dependent on the person.
I don't really mind the mask, but I just want to be able to do shit. That's what I want to do. I don't give a fuck about the mask. Just let me do something. But I can't, and I'm stuck here with you guys.
Yeah. Maybe rioting in the middle of a pandemic wasn't really a great idea for America, but not to say that the rioting wasn't warranted.
Clip it. Let's go.
But there is a pandemic going on, so I mean,
Bowblax anti-rioting confirmed. There's a reason you wrote. You should write another song.
It's the anger, but it's just like, I don't know. People are short-sighted. They don't think about these things, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm mad at this. I'm not gonna think about coronavirus. I don't know.
It's fucking AIDS.
It's whatever. I don't want to get political.
Well, you know what's gonna happen now. We have been getting canceled. Well, actually, I haven't really gotten canceled. I don't know why. Here's the thing, right? Like, I don't know if it's just like me, like I just don't give a fuck, and that's why nobody tries to cancel me. But people have been going, like, ham on you. And I think other people, like Rfcah, of course, he's been getting mad canceled. We kind of covered that already, but you're just getting fucked on every single end right now. Yeah. So, we're gonna... Yeah, I can imagine. We're gonna go into that.
A lot recently.
Oh my god. Dude, my block list is fucking, like, doubled in size in the last week alone. It's fucking insane. But yeah, anyway, we'll get into all that and more. We actually have a pretty major topic tonight, which is the Ethan Klein situation, and his attack on my friends last night.
Canceled.
Yeah, Ethan Klein, H3 tried to... Well, he didn't try to cancel you, per se,
he didn't try
but...
to cancel me. It wasn't as direct as the Zack thing, but it was, like... I don't know. I felt it was, like, pretty aggressive out of nowhere. Now, I did talk with Ethan, and he thought that might... okay, maybe before I get into it, you should explain the situation, because I'm getting a little too ahead of myself.
Well, we'll get into all that in just a second. We also have, like, a fuckload of news. I don't even know if we're going to get through all this stuff, because I'd also like to, you know... have an evening to myself, you know, maybe not doing 12-hour stream over here, but if I wanted to, we totally could. Like, for some reason, this week was just loaded with shit going on. Conspiracies up the ass about Dr. Disrespect, Chris Hansen still attacking us.
There's so much going on, to the point, like, there was, like, the sexual assault story that people are talking about. I heard Nick talk about it a lot. I heard Keemstar talk about it in his Twitter video. But it was basically about, like, someone from OfflineTV called Fedmeister.
Yeah.
OfflineTV is, like, the group with, like, Pokemon, Scara, Lily Pichu, etc. And there was stuff going on over there. Now, for, like, the first 24 hours of that happening, I didn't know it was those people, because all I heard was Nick and, like, Keemstar's, like, oh, the allegation is someone, like, kissing their hand. And I haven't been catching up with all the sexual assault allegations. But, like, fundamentally, what Keemstar said in his video, I agreed with, but then I read the tweet longer. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I got the tweet longer here, and we're going to give that one a read.
Yeah. But there's been, like, the fact that it took me 24 hours to actually look into that is a testament to how much shit's going on, because I've been paying attention to Shane Dawson, Jenna, Dr. Disrespect, all these things going on. So... yeah. Of course, the Yo Mama channel trying to cancel me, so. This is like a fucking fever dream, bro. I don't
fucking know. AIDS, dude. So fucking AIDS. Alright, let me get through my my shillings, and then we'll get right into all of this shit. Of course, you guys can follow me on Twitter at AugieRFC. And you can go see my account is riddled with balloons right now. Dude, whenever you open up my page,
I'm trying to screenshot tweets for Twitterverses, and the balloons keep popping up. I'm just like,
yeah, we got balloons for days now, so you can go follow me over there. Of course, you can send me stories by hitting the Discord link. I don't really promote this much, but I do have a story submission page where you can send me stuff for videos and after hours. It's story submissions on my Discord server in the link in the description. A donation as well can be sent at streamlabs.com/AugieRFCTV, and we've already got quite a few of those to look at, so I'll read those in just a second. But one of the things I want to talk about at the beginning of the show, before we really delve into it, is phase 2 of my epic plan. Now, you guys know I got demonetized last month, right? And when I got demonetized, I had to really go back to the drawing board and figure out how to respond. So I figured we'd go by, like, basically like a 3-part plan. The first part of the plan is establish, like, consistent content, like daily content. And so far, I'm a month into daily content now, so easy win there. The second part of my plan, which is what we're going to talk about here for just a second, is a brand new thing I'm calling RFC Premium, which is basically just my Patreon page. So I talked about this for a while now. I think it's time that we really stick it over to YouTube. Since, look, I've reapplied for monetization, but something tells me, I could be wrong, but something tells me that that's not gonna happen. And I'm not ready to talk about it just yet. I'm sure I'll have a story to tell at some point, but for right now, things are looking kind of grim on that end, and just in general, because I don't know if you guys noticed this, and I have this right here, but a lot of people have been getting fucked in the ass. Of course, last Friday, while we were doing the show, Andy Worski got banned from YouTube, and now our good buddy Nick has not been fully demonetized. However, all of his videos individually have been demonetized, so he might as well have been demonetized, basically. So all of his shit is
he
either...
still has, like, super chats and YouTube premium ads, so it's like... It's definitely, like, not as egregious as what happened to you and Tipster, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance. It's almost like they're like sticking candy in his face, or like food in his face. We all know Nick likes food or whatever, and they're just like taking it away from him.
Food, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Shit. So all of his shit's demonetized right now. And then another, let's see, I have somebody else here. Oh yeah, Drunken Peasants. A bunch of their shit just got demonetized. They said Team YouTube took it upon themselves to randomly review a bunch of our videos and basically remove full monetization from every single one. Many of these had already been reviewed before, and we're still not showing in subscription feeds, which is probably because they're a stream channel, like myself. Right now, we're banned from the feeds. Normally, they give me an hour, so I can at least build in viewership before they fuck me over, but they just fuck me over right at the start, so that's wonderful. And then, of course, grade A under A, as if it couldn't get any worse. Although this wasn't really for a partner program violation. As far as I know, this is for music, DMCA. But, I mean, still, does the timing not look coincidental at all? I don't know, man. He tweeted, my channel is demonetized, 91 out of 96 public videos completely ineligible for monetization. Damn lol, I'm broke. No idea when this happened. Don't care either, just want to fix it. He then adds YouTube, and if we can take a look at his channel, he showed something that was just stunning to me. He showed something absolutely insane, which was he actually showed how much money he makes on YouTube. So 23 million views on his channel in the last 90 days, $1,000. That is fucking insanity, bro. I mean, I'm not surprised, but just seeing like the views, like even if you don't know anything about how CPM translates to USD or whatever, you know that this is insanity right here.
That's why the best strategy on YouTube is not to get a bunch of views on one video. It's to upload a bunch of videos and hope you get like the same amount of views across them, because then you have a higher chance of getting better CPMs on certain videos, monetization on certain videos. So like if these 23 million views were spread across like multiple videos, like let's say 10 instead of 2 or whatever amount of videos that were really getting a lot of views for grade, he definitely would have more income. But yeah,
he got fucked hard. So anyway, all that to say is it's not just me and Tipster. You know, it's not just like, oh, well, it's just 2 channels. It's not that big of a deal, even though it is a big of a deal, even if it was just me. All right, come on now. I'm a fucking big deal. But it's not just me. It's not just Tipster. It's a lot of people right now. And you could chalk it up to, oh, maybe the systems are down because they don't have much human staff because it's all automated because of Corona. Or, oh, maybe it's just coincidental or something like that. And I'm just like, well, you know what? Maybe if I was to be incredibly charitable and thinking, I could get along with that, but I don't believe that. So, I've decided it's time to launch phase 2 in my plan to rebound, which is Premium RFC. Let's go! Selling out.
I wish you unironically put this on OnlyFans, because OnlyFans is not just a website for porn, even though it's known for that. It can be used for stuff
actually
like that as well.
Not porn on OnlyFans?
Yeah,
like, is that a real thing?
The website actually doesn't want you to put porn on it. It's supposed to be like Patreon, but then everyone just started putting nudes on that, and that's what it became known for. Kind of like how Tumblr became known for porn.
It's fucking AIDS.
So yeah, it would have been so funny if you had onlyfans.com/AugieRFC and you just used it for like its intended purpose, but everyone thought it was porn.
That'd be fucking AIDS.
That would have been hilarious, but yeah, Patreon.
Well, this is like, Patreon is like the only thing like slightly above OnlyFans in my opinion, right? But here I am. So I've only got one tier. Only ever plan to really have one tier, just $5 a month. And what you get for it is, it says this is Premium RFC. This is the only tier. You get access to 3 to 4 bonus videos per week, a weekly bonus podcast, which is going to be me and my friends talking some mad shit, audio versions of After Hours, including an audio version of this episode, which I'll be putting up on the page right after the program ends, and a verbal shout out at the end of all of my YouTube videos. So I think it's I think I packed a lot in there for just 5.
Too much. I feel as though you're not going to keep up with all of this. I feel...
Nah. What are you shitting on my promo?
Dude, there's been times where you're like, I'm going to make an audio version of After Hours, and then like you only do it for like...
Yeah, but here I'm actually like I actually give a shit because I'm getting paid directly to do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like...
I was just surprised how much you packed in there. I figured like you'd cut out like a couple things, like the audio version.
Well, most of it's not even that big of a commitment for me. Like audio versions, I can have that running behind the scenes. You know, a shout out, that's easy. 3 to 4 videos. I mean, I did my first video today actually on Patreon, and that shit was chill as hell, casual.
Oh yeah, I think you can do the videos pretty easily.
Yeah, and then bonus podcast. That's just gonna be me and my friends talking some mad shit.
The Chad cast, dude. Every time I look at that,
dude, it's coming. It's coming this week, dude. It's gonna happen. It better happen, because if I don't, then I'm a scammer, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, so anyway, that's I don't want to spend too much time on this, because
that amount of content's worth like $10 a month. So you guys are getting a deal with $5 a month.
Well, I want to keep things, you know, just like it's the price of the price of like 3.
Augie loves his fans, dude.
3 tacos at Taco Bell. There you go.
Dude. It's normally this is all worth $10 a month, but there's a AugieRFC discount. And now it's $5 because he loves all the fans, dude. Anyway,
that's I just wanted to show that, just because, you know, we launched this yesterday. I was kind of skeptical of it, but it's been getting positive feedback so far. I've actually been having fun with it. So there you go. That is the that is Premium RFC. That is phase 2 of my plan. Phase 3 is going to be the website, but that'll be later. Right now, I'm slowly implementing my.
It's going down in part 3, bro.
Phase 3 is going to be interesting, but we're still working on that. So anyway,
50% of RFC OnlyFans, yeah.
Stay tuned, and then stage 4 is OnlyFans
for
its intended purpose.
For only 50% the price, bro.
Yeah. There you go. All right, let's actually get into this cancer shit. Cancellations, real quick. I saw this right here. This account, and by the way, I'm giving you guys a recommendation right now. All of you guys in the chat right now, all 600 of you, I would highly recommend, if you're on Twitter, that you block this account right here. This person...
Ooh, this person, she's been going after all of us
It's a girl?
A variety of different ways, all of which are insane.
Well, I didn't know who this was, but they started tweeting me a bunch, and already, like, within they tweeted me once last week, and I already blocked them, just because I knew they were just gonna be a major pain in the ass. But they have just been going through, just gathering things on Bowblax, Edwin's Generations. Now, apparently, from what I'm told, which I don't even know this, but from what I'm told, this account now clips a bunch of my streams where they take edgy jokes and try to, you know, I guess flag me basically or whatever. So,
dude, Muda said we're all on a tweet list for her. Is
that real?
Public? Can you like check her lists right now?
I've never checked.
Blocked, I guess.
I've never checked my lists on stream. Let me just.
Well, no, you can check. You can check like her lists. I think just from like her profile. I'm not sure. Maybe they changed that.
I think they took that out.
You can look at lists you're on.
I don't even know if there's like
people will put in weird lists, bro. I'm in some
podcasters, gamers with attitude. Let's go.
Dude, gamers with attitude.
Super Mario technology.
Dude, Super Mario.
Podcasters.
Dude,
YouTube. Spurgtism. E-Man Gamer.
Shit.
Some of these are pretty cool. YouTubers, streamer drama, new Project 2 Mafia, that's a good one. Based, all right. Yeah, drama.
This is all like fucking Ethan Ralph's followers, dude. Goon Squad tweets. Right, look at the image for Goon Squad tweets, dude. It's
Hanson's Emmy. Let's go.
Oh hell yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Some good lists. Yeah, maybe her list is private. Most of my lists are private, so.
We are on some sort of list, maybe not a literal Twitter list. Maybe we're on an actual hit list. Maybe this person's gonna send cops to my house and kill me or whatever. I don't know. But either way, this person's been going nuts. Now, I'd like to take you through some tweets of theirs. This is what Nick said. Imagine being this pathetic. People be like, yo, I hate cancel culture, but Bowblax liked a tweet that contained the N-word ones. So here's their tweet, the first one. Apparently, Edwin's Generations feels the need to joke about topics that don't affect him, where he's from or his race, and dismiss other people's concerns of that race, while you focus on someone else, taking accountability. Why don't you try to do the same? All right. And then here's your tweet, where you confidently and proudly say, Leafy is my N-word. I can't say the actual word because I'd like to go to school, but you know, I don't want Sky Jackson on my ass.
There's a lot of context behind that. I didn't just randomly drop the ego word. But
it's so the EGA word. Good one. It's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if like you have the tweets to like bring up or if Nick puts it in it, but basically like the whole like conversation that led up to me saying Leafy is my EGA is that she basically said, "Hey, Bowblax, is this you?" Showing a picture of me liking a tweet where Leafy quote tweets 2Mad saying, "I give you the N-word pass," and he's like, "Chill, EGA." And then I liked it. I didn't retweet it. I just liked it. And she went all the way back to when that tweet was made, and she's like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Well, what?" And then she's like, "Are you okay with your friends saying the N-word and stuff?" And to me, that was just ridiculous.
Who cares?
Number one, me and Leafy aren't friends. Like, we don't follow each other. I don't even know if he knows who I am. So, and she was just talking about the N-word, like, as if like the way he used it was such a big deal. It was just him saying like "Iga" because 2Mad was like, "Hey, call me Iga." So I was just like, and since she's talking about me and Leafy being friends, I'm like, hell yeah, Leafy's my Iga. And that got like 14K likes.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah. So, dude, yeah. You're telling the people what they want to say themselves but are too afraid to.
Oh my god. It's just so funny because it's like so blunt. It's like, you really condone this person saying the N-word by liking the tweet, and then I'm like, yeah, he is my Iga.
They're this person is restream. They stream?
Oh, they streaming me right now? Well, that's my explanation.
Hold on.
Context doesn't matter. I'm not calling...
No, I'm blocked! Ah. Even though I blocked her,
I'm not calling anyone the N-word. I'm just saying, me and Leafy are tight. That's it.
Wait, where are they streaming from? I gotta know this now. Check on Twitter. Wait, are you DMing me, Mudar? Where are they streaming from? I want to watch this. Are they on Twitch?
Dude.
They're on YouTube?
Stream snipe, man.
They don't have a YouTube link on their icon.
Let me check.
Dude, I need to know this right now. I need... By the way...
I'll do my Twitter investigation.
By the way, their location on Twitter is in an argument. That's because that's all they do is they just fucking argue with people on Twitter. Anyway, they write, "Let's test out this that pass at YouTube creators and at Team YouTube. You pledge to create safe spaces for black creators. Do you condone a larger white creator directing the N-word towards a smaller black creator? I'll make sure to send an email with screenshots as well." Immediately, just going for that juicy ass channel.
So funny.
Guys,
I'll try to get it up. But...
I have to ask you guys right now. Do you think this person cares that Bowblax used the N-word in a friendly context, or do you think they're just using it as fuel to get him banned? What do you guys think? Really think about that for a second. Let's keep going. They then they exposed Bowblax for liking a tweet where Leafy himself said the N-word.
Oh, shit.
Like, not even exposing you for saying it, although they did that later, but exposing you for liking somebody else who said it. Here they are going at RFCah. I mean, isn't it interesting that most of these commentary boys... By the way, I love... This happens every single time. Everybody who dislikes us is like, the commentary community! Like, that's just their go-to, grouping.
Yeah, it's just a grouping. We don't have any individuality.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting that the commentary community is willing to record themselves saying the N-word? And by interesting, I mean racist. Racist. Not good. Not good at all. Oh, this is so funny to me. It's so funny to me to see people get worked up over fucking age shit like this. I mean, it really just goes to tell you something, right? Because you're watching Shane Dawson respond to all this backlash he's getting. And what is the first thing he responds to? The allegations of racism. Not the pedophilia stuff like that, not the questionable clips, not the clip where he's giving the kid the dick cookie or whatever. No, we need to respond to the racism allegations, because that's the most important thing in the room. We need to address, jokes, thoughts, or ideas before we address actual actions. That's what's taking the primary feed here. So, yeah, that's just wonderful.
I mean, both are just as bad. It doesn't really matter what order he apologized in, but...
I would say pedophile. Well, I'm not that I'm calling Shane Dawson a pedophile. No, I'm not. We're not
bad in different ways.
We're not doing an I'm Alex, but that's obviously what he has to respond. That's what I mean. That's what needs to be responded to first. All right, like let's just because what can you say about racism? Oh, I made jokes in the past. Like I don't stand by this anymore. Like there's nothing he can say.
Maybe it was easier to get their racism stuff out of the way quicker.
Yeah, and it's also covered. In my opinion, it's done. To cover the more damning thing that's at play there.
Well,
but
he did end up responding to that too. So I wouldn't critique
very briefly though. Very briefly. No. If I was being accused of being a racist and a pedophile, I'd respond to the pedophile one first. So, although I already am accused for being a pedophile, 19. So there you go.
Yeah, I DM'd you my response to this girl going after YouTube to try and like take me down or whatever. It's so funny.
I called Leafy my nibba, not directed at you. Also was on Twitter, not YouTube. Why you contact YouTube support for a tweet? Yeah, because
it's so dumb.
YouTube's gonna ban you for a tweet.
For me doing something on Twitter, like what? Like maybe I read tweets too much, and you thought Twitter and YouTube were the same website, but they're not.
That is fucking amazing. Okay, we need to address some damning shit. And I know the title is H3. We'll get to him in just a second, but there is actually there's somebody who's far more intimidating than H3 Productions, all right? Ooh. And there is somebody that needs to be responded to right now. This man right now must be addressed, and his name is Zack James.
The king of internet marketing. Let's look at this. This Twitter video is my favorite thing ever tweeted at me. So,
this is so amazing.
Oh wait, no, not this one. There's a second one.
We'll get to the second one, but we need to do this in the order.
But so basically, what happened is like, as many of you guys know, I made the Black Lives Matter,
the greatest song ever.
Like the struggle. Some people don't know the struggle. It goes like that. Many people probably remember it. Cringy, embarrassing, kind of catchy, oddly enough.
Pretty good.
And something that I made in private in 2016 that was never intended to be seen by the public. It got leaked because I had it unlisted on my old channel, and someone went through an unlisted bot or whatever to like find unlisted videos and download it and posted it up again. And I had to address it, and I apologized for it about a year ago, but obviously I had a smaller audience back then. And Zack James, ever since I made my video on the Yo Mama guy, just reading his embarrassing tweets, showing the clip from this stream where he spurged out at Keemstar, he's been pretty mad at me. He keeps posting like, Bowblax is racist, like all month. Bowblax is racist, Bowblax is racist, look at this, look at this, look at this. And I'm like, alright, I'm bored. I'll apologize again because maybe some people...
Bad move, Bowblax, bad move.
No, I disagree, but...
no, because you never apologize to these people. Because here's the thing.
I've already did.
Here's the thing. No. But this is a bad move in my opinion because these people like they want you to apologize, and then when you do it, they're not satisfied. They go at you again, and that's exactly what you saw with this guy.
But I am legitimately sorry, so I'm doing it for myself.
Are you though? You made a joke. What? Like who cares?
Like I'm sorry that people had to hear it. That I didn't intend.
Yeah, but that's like the I'm sorry you got offended, response, right? Like I believe you're honest in what you're saying right now, but I'm just saying like this is the trap you run yourself in. You know what I mean?
Okay, but like to continue the story, that's fine. That's your opinion, and I understand it. But to continue, basically, I just did a pretty heartfelt apology. I linked this song. I admitted to it, and ironically, because I apologized for something that not a lot of people knew about, and, I apologized for it before it blew up, people are now, even more people are now being like, oh, look, Bowblax is racist, which is funny because, like, normally wouldn't you praise people, like, for example, Jenna Marbles, for apologizing for something before they, like, have to, Isn't that, like, the better way to do it? I don't know. Either way, I did an apology because Zack James was tweeting about it a lot, and this is his response to my apology, which I just think is ridiculous, and does highlight the fact, Augie, that these people don't care that I said the N-word. They just want something to,
Oh, absolutely they don't. Absolutely they don't. So that's why I'm saying you never give them an inch, but, we can respectfully disagree on that. I'm just saying,
but
like...
it it did result in some entertaining stuff from Zack James, so I don't necessarily regret giving him an inch in this case scenario.
Yeah, look at this dude right here. First off, like, what is he dressed in? Like, dress your own age. Like, what the fuck are these? Like,
he's 30 and he's like obsessed about
jean jacket,
private. Like, I don't know.
Fucking yellow. Like, these look like, what is these, like rain pants or whatever the fuck is this? Wearing a fucking banana peel. Like, what the fuck is this?
Video addressing the Bowblax thing that started on the Yamama Twitter account, but I'll do it on my personal. Basically, I called out Bowblax on his use of the hard N-word as it relates to a terrible Black Lives Matter song that he made.
I thought it was pretty good. I don't know.
Wait, it was kind of catchy though. Honestly, like the lyrics are bad, but I think like it's kind of catchy.
The message was good though, right?
I have mixed feelings on it because it's like
the message of the song is like we need to kill all people who are not black
or not black. Yeah, because I'm playing like the character of a black person. Like that song. Clearly, even when I made it, does not represent my thoughts. It's literally me trying to play a character. Like, I'm not Bowblax in that. I'm not Josh. I'm playing
you're Tyrone,
black guy who cares about Black Lives Matter. It's still an insensitive premise, but like, I'm not those aren't my beliefs. You know, it's just a dumb song.
You mean you're not gonna kill yourself for
It's so stupid. Literally, the lyrics
for social justice.
We always get bullied because we are black. Like, I use the word bullied. Like, bullied. Like, I don't know. It's just so dumb. It's supposed to be dumb.
I'm trying to cancel myself tonight. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm trying to stick myself into the bee's nest right here. I'm trying to like stick my dick into the beehive and see what happens. That's what I'm doing right now. I should probably read these super chats before, because people are donating for like half an hour now. Let me just read through these real quick. Glitter and Gold through $25. Just want to say happy birthday from a fellow 19-year-old. Hope all is well. My man, what's up?
Hell
Thanks
yeah,
for the
19, dude.
Thanks for the donation.
Same age I made the Black Lives Matter song.
Dude, I need to make the cover, bro. It's time.
You need to make
it's time for me to get into my my racial element. Just kidding. That's to make their $40. Woo! Happy birthday. Thank you, man. 187 Snowflake through $5 says happy fucking birthday, Augie. Thanks, man. The Real Ninja through $5 says happy birthday, Augie. Have a good one. P.S. Life starts going to shit once you turn 23. I'm just trying to hit 21 so I can fucking...
oh, shit. I turned 23 in April. Fuck. Dude. No wonder I'm getting called out right now.
Yeah, it is.
23.
Life's going to shit. Cheesy Thick Dorito Likes through 3 says, hey, Augie, I truly hope you're having a wonderful birthday. I wish you and Bowblax well. Also, stay cool and safe, guys. It's really hot where I live. Well, it's probably hotter here. So, but I like the heat, so I'm fine with it.
Dude, speaking of heat, like, I recently got, like, Scrubby suggested it to me a long time ago before I even had money to buy it, but then obviously I got more YouTube money.
Oh, like cool ass fan?
I like the really cool like tower fan or whatever that's really quiet. I have it on now all the time and it's so useful.
Nice.
Because I need to like close my doors and windows so like, you know, the sound doesn't go up to neighbors and stuff like that. And it always got hot in here because like my windows aren't open. I don't have air conditioning, but this is helping a lot. So hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Cat's Flocking through $20 says, happy birthday. I really mean it when I say you're my favorite streamer. It's a big day for you and all of us, and I think we deserve a feet reveal. Well, what the fuck? That took a...
What the fuck?
That took a turn?
To bait you into a feet reveal?
No.
I'm your biggest fan. Now show me your feet.
Yeah, what the... I was like... Wow. I was about to say, like, what a wholesome message, but all right, then. Or at least tell us how...
feet reveal, bro.
How big them shoes, though? I have no fucking clue. I'm not gonna grab my shoes to tell you some weirdo what my size is. Anyway, thanks for the donation. Boy Freda through 5 says, happy birthday, Augie. And then Spooky Weeb Trash, what's up, Spooky? Says, through 3 says, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you.
While we're in this, like, I guess transitional period, Muda has been in callers for a while. I don't know, like,
oh shit,
if you want to bring him in or drag him in. He was in there for a while, but I didn't want to, like, interrupt, like, you introducing, like, stories and other stuff, so...
Well, he is headphone muted, so I'll throw him in here, but he probably will take a second for him to...
He might be AFK right now, but he'll know he's in.
There we go. Whoa! Big donation.
I'm a big listener.
What's up, Muda? Muda, are you there?
What's up, man? Hello.
Yo, what's going on, man?
What's up, Muda?
I gotta, like, mute the stream. Hold on a second. Hello?
Oh, my God. Yo, what's up, man?
what is good, boys? So
what's good? I just got a
yes.
Dude, I'm getting so canceled right now that I just got $100 donation. Let's fucking go.
Man,
dude.
I guess Tipster really condoned you condoning me liking a tweet where Leafy said the N-word.
Wait, that's a pipeline though. Hold on now.
Pipeline, dude.
Tipster threw $100. Happy birthday, shithead. LOL. Well, thank you, man. That's very, very kind. That is insane. I got holy shit, dude. $100? Big donation. Big donation.
Man, I can't believe the shit that happened to Josh last night. Fuck, dude.
Oh my, dude, we're about to.
I had to like step in for that. It fucking drove me insane when everyone was just like
H3?
targeting you. No, not just the H3. Like I even talked with Ethan about it. It wasn't a big deal, but like just to see the amount of like people who just jump into the discourse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we're about to watch the Zack James response to Bowblax's apology, so.
Oh, that dude is a fucking grifter.
Oh, yeah.
Go on and hop in the live room, and we're about to we'll play from the start just so we can get the full effect.
My favorite guy, dude.
Yeah, let me jump into the live, and I'm in.
Hell yeah! All right, let's begin.
Hey, Zack James here. Just want to make a quick video addressing the Bowblax thing that started on the Umama Twitter account, but I'll do it on my personal. Basically, I called out Bowblax on his use of the hard N-word. As it relates to a terrible Black Lives Matter song that he made with his friends or for his friends years ago, but got leaked on the internet. Well, Bowblax, you made some piss-poor half-ass apology because I called you out on it, and you're obviously going to keep digging into shame because of his use of the N-word, yet something seems to give you a pass over and over again, too, because
also,
apparently context...
By the way, I'm not criticizing Shane for using the N-word. I'm criticizing Shane for literally dressing up in blackface and calling people like monkey woman in his fucking videos.
Yeah, that was
pretty
way more malicious.
Yeah.
Dude, these people are acting like in the song you said, like, if you are an N-word, you should kill yourself. You said if you're not an N-word, you should kill yourself, all right? So it's fine.
Yeah.
Right? Right, guys? No? Okay.
I mean, you know what the thing is when I look at people like this? I kind of want to see what their fucking chat logs and history is like.
Oh, I got a couple.
They act like they never say this.
People dug up stuff from 10 years ago where he was going like ching chong wing wong and stuff like that.
You did not fuck with the Asians
but he was like,
because
no,
they let the white trackers cannon Kamehameha on you.
Wow, that is that is racist as fuck. Hey,
yeah, they just go through it and I'm like, wow, this is so racist.
hey, Jewish people, get a load of this. Here's an old
fellow Hebrews.
Here's an old one. I don't want the Jews to know I'm back. What does he mean by this?
2012? Wait, how old were you then?
Wait, he was an adult.
30s, and 2012 was 8 years ago. So you were in your 20s when you said that? Oh my god!
Why are you talking about that? What do you mean the Jews? This is some conspiracy shit. Yeah.
That's really fucked up, and I'm actually reporting this.
Yeah, I don't think big YouTube Team YouTube would be fine with that. One of their top creators, as prestigious as Yo Mama, was talking about the Jews and Asians like that. That's not good. That's not good at all. What the fuck is this?
This guy was dogging on my homie Optimus like this. Get out of here, bro.
I saw him. He was going at everybody. He's going at everyone. Now, he did respond to these. He said, that's Bowblax quote tweeting the Asian one. He says, and the circle continues, man who used the hard N-word is once again deflecting. This time to my cringy attempt. Oh my, I'll read that one as again. This time is to my cringy attempt at edgy humor in 2010, but yet this is somehow a joke. And I guess he links the song? Or is this Tommy's broadcast?
Wait, I wonder how many views it has.
Oh, it got way more views.
Went up in views a lot. It used to have like 200.
Dude.
Wait, it has more likes than dislikes, dude. Wait, how many?
Hell yeah,
watching this, bro?
It's because he put it into KKK Reddit by accident.
Oh my
all right,
God.
brother, we got our national anthem right here.
The fucking national anthem.
Right?
So the first reply is, it's staggering you would go after someone for edgy humor at all, Zach. I know, right? And that's, I think, the point here. We all have logs. We all have backlogs, clips, and stuff that exists. Everybody does. Everybody does. And if you don't think like something you've said is offensive, somebody will find something that is offensive to them. All right, so I just find it a little rich that this guy's getting it all up his ass, like trying to, I guess, what is he, like, going for the deplatforming thing or something like that? Like, what is his end goal here?
I showed his embarrassing clip and
you made a video on him that blew up.
You know what I think a lot of these people try to do is that they know that Keem and H3 like retweet a lot of this shit on their end, so they're just trying to go for that juicy retweet, you know what I mean?
And they didn't get it, yeah.
So
yes, exactly.
Well, this guy made a whole video on Keemstar saying Keemstar is part of the alt-right. I think he was kind of hoping Ethan would use that material to go at Keemstar
it was
for
either
going
he was
on...
hoping for Ethan to go after him or Keem to retweet and try to fucking, you know, just shit on him.
Yeah.
Which would have been great for him in any regard.
Dude, according to his logic, so I'm a racist for the song, Keem's part of the alt-right for going on the kill stream, but Ethan is an angel for saying N-word, F-word a million times in his podcast in 2017.
Oh, man. And what about when Ethan said...
I don't think Ethan's racist, but like if you're going by that logic, you just think he is, right?
I hate that logic so much because it's like, even when the whole like NRFer thing from like Ethan Klein came out, I was just like, bro, that's not racist at all. And everyone was targeting, but it's like, it's just with any of this kind of like N-word stuff, you really have to like look at the actual creator for more than like 5 minutes and you'll figure out very quickly, are they racist or are they not? And these people just decontextualize and fuck off.
Well, it's also funny because, like, you know, Ethan Klein, he's got a worse clip than Bowblax. He's got a clip from literally the same time that Bowblax remastered the song on SFDP. At that same time, the same time Bowblax was bent over his mic recreating Justice, Ethan Klein was on his podcast. He was on his podcast talking about how black people are inherently scarier than white people. Literally, like unironically.
The same time. Wait, the same time.
Yeah, that's not an old clip.
And Ethan already disavowed and regretted that 8 months ago. Dude. It's just so dumb, man. I don't think like either of us are racist, but it's just so dumb to like make these comparisons for like me because I embarrassed you in front of 100,000 plus people, but not for Ethan because Ethan's going after Keem, who you don't like.
Somebody says that's out of context as shit. What do you mean? What I just mentioned? How is that out of context? It's literally like true. He did say that, and it wasn't a bit. It wasn't a joke. Like because when he responded to it, he said like I was talking about how my inner like bigotry or something like or my inner racial profiling or whatever. So
that's. But and even then, like, you know, when everyone like that was a pretty damning clip for Ethan. But even then, I was like, man, I'm just gonna assume that he's a racist out of this. Man, I'd be really.
No, I don't think he's.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? Like, you go to such strong conclusions from such little evidence. Like, I think you need like consistent history, files. You need like a lot of shit to call somebody a racist, in my opinion. Like, it's not just like, well, he did make this joke here, and he has a history of these jokes here, and it's.
I know this from personal history, guys. This is just my personal history. Like, I'm a fucking old dude at this point, but my history has always told me the people who fight so vehemently against this shit, like they try to make themselves look like the moral grandstand of authority, are often the biggest racist pieces of shit that I've ever found. Like, latently, they really fucking are, and they won't say it out to your face. That's what I fucking learned. You know, like the people that virtue signal the hardest usually fucking have those issues.
Yeah, someone was making that same argument to me earlier with like sexual assault and stuff. They were like, oh yeah, the male feminists who are like very extreme and like super like pro-woman to the point where they like mention it all the time, like, hi, by the way, I'm pro-woman, are like the same people who were like creepy in their past or have some like shady shit.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like here's what I say. Like when this whole Me Too shit was happening, it's like, what do you think your statement should be? I'm like, here's my statement. Just don't fucking be creepy towards women. And that's about it. Like that's really it. Like, hey.
Yo,
like
grow some social skills, bro. Like,
bro, like literally, that's my only thing. And they're like, you know, the type of people that are like super creepy to chicks that like sort of just stop at that. It's like, well, how do you develop that? I'm like, just don't be a fucking creepy dude. Don't touch a girl's leg. Don't fucking, you know, sneak up behind her. Don't try to like push her up to a wall or some shit like that. Fuck
just
off.
Talk to them like they're a normal human being. Like,
dude.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
right? Like, simple as that.
Do that to a man, so don't try to do that to a woman.
Like these are the dudes that go in DMs, they say the word hi, and then the girl's like, oh, hi, how are you? And they're like, so you want to just fucking make babies right now?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Hell yeah.
Married yet now? Like,
let's go.
Replied,
That's how it works, though, right?
Right? And then like she says no, and it's like, well, fuck you. Start wearing a hijab or something.
Dude, I love that.
So hard to get, dude.
Oh my god, dude! There'll be the people. There'll be the people that are like they'll be like, "Hey, what's up? Like, you're so pretty. Oh my gosh!" And then the girl's just like totally not interested. He goes, "I'm gonna fucking murder you. I'm gonna show up to your house and fucking cut you up." It's like, whoa.
I hope Zack James is listening to this, but I honestly feel that this attempted virtue signaling is his fucked up way to ride this BLM wave right now. And make himself fucking relevant. That's about it. Like literally, that's it. I just 100%
everything.
feel
I feel like everything he's been doing is like a grasp at relevancy, like making that Keemstar video, all of this shit. He's like trying to advertise, like, oh, this is the last Yo Mama jokes I'm starting to make now. There's gonna be huge.
Oh, and some people are really eating it up. Like I've seen people be like, oh my god, Zack James is so based now. He's so cool and bread pilled and epic, and I'm just like, dude. He's not genuine. Like, you guys know that, right? Like, he's not on your side for any other reason than to gather clout for his dying channel. Or to go at people that, you know, embarrass him.
Yeah, you can even tell in his, like, response videos to me, he's, like, smiling and doing his, like, semi, like, announcer voice. He's like, Bowblax said the N-word. Like, okay, dude. Like,
yeah, that's the thing you gotta notice, too, because, like, there will be people who it's like, you would think that if they were so, like, hurt by the N-word, like, when they're talking about it, they'd be like, yeah, and then this guy, oh, he said the N-word. But no, this guy's like, oh, we got him, boys, he said the N-word, let's go, and it's just like, why are you excited about this? I thought this was a bad thing. Like, why are you, like, so jumped up and hyper over somebody saying the N-word? Like, that seems like a little bit of a strange reaction if you're so hurt by it.
Like, when
it's like, we got this guy.
Yeah, it's like they jerk off to it. It's weird.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if we compare it to something, like, slightly more serious to, like, you know, a policeman treating a black person, like, differently because they're black and, like, putting more severe consequences on them.
I mean, I've been called a race traitor in the past 2 weeks, boy, so this whole thing is fucked up.
But yeah, like...
I've been called a race traitor because, like, okay, this is the stupidest thing. So, like, you know, most people on the internet, I guess by now, ever since I made this one tweet, who follows me, like, knows that I'm Muslim, like... That's my origin and shit. Like, I don't know if it was that hard, right? Like, I mean, if there was, like, all these progressive, like, motherfuckers who were, like, really in tune with the world would probably look at my name and figure that out, but whatever.
Wait, so really? Wait, you're Muslim? What?
Yeah, I'm Muslim. So I was
like,
whoa,
what?
Well, yeah, I'm Muslim.
I thought you were white, bro.
Well, I mean, white power, boys, but yeah.
Whoa! Clips?
Well, like, no, I came out like that, and then I made a bunch of jokes or whatever. It's like, well, you're being really offensive to other Muslims. Like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. I'm one of them. It's like, well, you're just some fucking traitor. I'm like, hey, bitch, Muslims aren't a fucking race. It's a goddamn religion, first of all. Shows me how fucking intelligent you are. And if I am a race traitor, hell yeah, I'm a race traitor to my Indian kind, dude. You see how many times we were in them call centers, bitches? I'm sick and tired of it myself.
Oh my god.
I don't know, man. I just, dude, I hate that race traitor argument so much because I even saw it tossed against 2Mad ever since he, like, jumped into the Will Smith, like, you know how the Smith family's going on Shane Dawson and he just.
Oh, I have that story, yeah.
Oh, dude, I swear I see it against him now and I'm like, man, you people are just really fucking pearl clutching right now.
That's so, like, racist in and of itself, right? Saying you're, like, a traitor? Like, that's just, I don't know.
You're not a real Muslim.
Yeah,
oh my
like...
god, right? And then it's like, it's always like Stacy from fucking like Oklahoma telling me that. I'm like, bitch, fuck you.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking weird. Some weird shit right there. All right, let me go through this donation. Then we'll watch Zack James' next Twitter video, which is the best one. Then we'll close this chapter. Move on to
an entire night on this. It's crazy.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, like, I actually spent like a full hour writing the docket, and most of it was just me, like, establishing a timeline of events between this, like, Zack James versus the world. This is just so fucking AIDS. Anyway.
Yeah, he tweets a lot and onto a different account, so it's like, it's a little confusing.
Nebulous Insomniac through 1 says Zack is on a whole new level of gold medal Olympics gymnastics. Hey man, he's found his new calling. Yo Mama jokes died out. This is his new game over here. All right, let's play up the next Twitter video.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
It seems to me that you can't take the
all right, that's really loud.
Oh, this
criticism.
was so great because basically I was pretty much done arguing with him, so I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, like, this is just annoying and it's wasting my time. I need to work on videos. So I just blocked him on both accounts. And blocking people is always, every time I block someone, every time, like, something really funny comes out of it. And this is what came out of him. Like, I blocked him, and this was his response. It's so fucking funny.
Base department, let's go.
People. It like triggers them. It's like fuel to the fire if you just block.
It seems to me that you can't take the criticism or the heat that you yourself love to dish out. I mean, after all, you did block me. And you continue to deflect on the one time you grew a pair of balls because Keemstar came into a live stream with you. Good job.
No, I was highlighting you spurging. I didn't even say anything in the clip I showed, but okay.
We talk about the next move. You think blocking me is the end? Nope, it's not. You see, I'm not going to use tweets, the other 23 examples I found of your racism. Nope, instead I'm going to make a bunch of internet memes. And because I have experience in internet marketing, I'm going to market all those internet memes at your fan base.
What?
Oh, wait till we get to what the marketing.
He's gonna market internet memes.
Wait till we get to that part. Hold on.
So that when they go on Twitter, they're gonna see our jokes about you, and everybody who follows you will know how much of a fucking joke you really are.
I'm literally quote tweeting Zach like a lot during this time, and people are seeing like every response he makes and thinking he's dumb. I'm already marketing this situation to my fan base, and they think it's dumb. Why would making me?
Well, like, Zack James is such an expert marketer that what he was talking about was paying Twitter money to show his tweets to the entire world. Promoted right here. These promoted tweets where he's comparing Bowblax to Sid from the Ice Age and making fun of Bowblax's, I guess, lack of
being ripped.
Yeah. Right. So not even like of all the tweets he picks to promote, not even the ones where you're being like racist, quote unquote. It's just
money. Is
paying money to display ad hominems that nobody's gonna like understand.
Influencer marketing is paying money to Twitter to.
Yeah, he's an expert at marketing. He knows all about marketing. He knows how to pay Twitter to show memes.
Yeah, and I quote tweet this, and immediately it gets like a bunch more likes than his promoted tweets. So literally, I marketed to the internet better with a non-paid promoted tweet than he did.
Wait, he paid money to promote you?
Yes. He paid money to promote these tweets.
How fucking...
To win a Twitter argument.
Wow. Literally hiring... What the fuck is wrong with this?
It's so funny, dude. That was his, like, influencer marketing strategy.
Dude, he knows a lot about influencer marketing, man. He knows.
And then I got more likes by just quote tweeting, and it cost me no money to do. So I guess I'm a better influencer marketer than he is.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is fucking wonderful.
I guess I'm better at.
Zach is such a spurg.
Mama channel, man.
And this guy Toad McKinley, by the way, Zach is such a spurg that he was fucking with Optimus and Toad McKinley. Well, here's a tweet right here where Zach is arguing with Toad McKinley. He shows this photo right here. Somebody says, "Is that really Toad?" And then Zach says, "It's him. His real Facebook randomly popped up on something I was looking at." So he's like trying to dox Toad McKinley over like an argument and being like, "Yeah, here's your picture" or whatever. Which is just fucking insane. Right. Like he's literally just trying to dox people now, which is amazing. So yeah, I guess yeah,
it's so dumb. And people are pointing in the chat, like, why did the Yo Mama guy spend money to market tweets?
Because he's a psychopath, that's why.
Fans, when I'm literally quote tweeting him, so literally that's the best way to market to my fans is me quote tweeting. I don't know, he's fucking stupid, bro.
He's a psychopath, that's why.
He's just dumb. It's like, I'm not even like upset or mad at him or like, oh, fuck Zack James or anything. I just think this whole thing's funny. Like, he's desperately trying to, like, make me out to be a racist because I showed his embarrassing clip to a bunch of people. I just think it's funny, dude.
Dude, this guy's a fucking brain dead, like, smooth. Like, he's gone. He's mentally not there.
Dude,
he's got scrambled eggs for brains.
When you make Yo Mama jokes for 10 years, your brain
when you discount Joe Swanson, yeah, no shit.
Dude.
Lilio 2 through 15 says, "Just got here, but happy birthday, Augie." Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's move on from your boy Zach, and okay, we got a big one here. All right,
This is the most relevant Zack's been in like fucking literal like 3 years.
Oh my god.
insane.
From RFC.
Years? More like
5 years.
Yeah, 5, 10, whatever.
Okay, so this story is like 3 stories that are all combined into one because it's the title story right now. But in order to establish what's going on here, we have to establish another story, which is the Fedmeister situation, because then that leads into H3 and then what he said about my boy.
Are we gonna like
Bowblax
properly
and
cover
Nick.
it in depth, or are we just gonna do like?
Well, I would say we kind of, you know, because I haven't fully read this, and I don't know if I am going to read this on stream because it's quite long and lengthy. But I'm thinking we'll give this a read so that we know like basically what's going on in this whole situation.
Yeah.
Who is this? Yvonne, by the way.
She's part of like Lily Pichu's crew. They're Twitch streamers.
Like OfflineTV. It's where a bunch of creators are living together.
Oh, is it the same one with Pokimane in the team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pokimane's in it, Skara, etc. And yeah, Fed was in it as well, except he got kicked out after this.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I like Pokimane. She's cool.
Oh, what a simp!
She's
Wow,
awesome.
fucking
Fuck you
shit,
guys.
bro.
You know what, man? She's really cool, actually.
Yeah?
I enjoy her content.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
I enjoy her content a lot.
Pokimane is gonna go. You're just trying to protect your sponsors, Mudahar.
All right.
Fuck no. I actually do like her content. She's funny.
I don't think I've ever watched her content.
I loved it when she like laughed at It's a Gundam's video and told the sponsor to stop sponsoring him. That's my favorite Pokemon clip, bro.
That was a good clip.
Love
That was a good clip right there. Let's read this right here. Nick in the chat. Worst twit longer I've ever read. Okay, well, let me buckle into this. I know basically the details, but we'll just read this here until we understand what's going on, and then because this leads into the H3 and team debate.
Everyone's like, I'm a simp. Hell yeah, boy. Simp
Yo, Muda, I was called a Pokemon simp for like not hating her for like years. Okay, so it's your turn.
Hell yeah, dude. I'll take it. I'll take it in strides. Fuck
You
yeah.
don't hate Pokemon with a burning passion? Wow.
All right, well, is she following you and DMing you, Muda?
Is
she
she sweet
DMing?
talking you?
Yeah,
in the
we
DMs,
DM'd her.
dude?
Yeah, you know, we talked.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
my
cool.
God.
She follows me. I like her. She's
Dude,
good.
I said the same thing like a year ago, and I lost subs for it, dude. I was just like,
know,
yeah,
man,
me and
I-
are cool in the DMs,
yeah.
and they're like, wow, unsub White Knight.
Oh my God.
See, that's the thing. There's no fine ground
Pokey
with
isn't
some
the
of these
worst in the
people.
world.
I mean, that's sort of the thing, right? Like, I mean, I think when everyone like says e-girl or some shit on the internet, like, I think a lot of these. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely some case examples, but like, I don't know. I mean, I watch her streams and stuff, and she's pretty competent at the game she plays, and
Yeah?
it is fine. Like, I don't care.
Yeah?
Like, it's what it is, right?
All right,
Look,
buddy.
man, keep laughing all you want. You know, I'm the biggest DSP fan in the house.
No. Like, I don't. Beyond Pokemon trying to like demonize me in DMs and calling me like a piece of
Shut
shit
up, Josh! Shut up!
I don't.
You gotta stand up for yourself against these e-girls. Don't say, well, I kinda... No, you are against Pokemon. You will stand up against Pokemon because she wronged you, and you will stand up for yourself. Don't say, well, you know. No. Alright, twit longer time.
Alright, okay.
DSP's the best streamer in the fucking game.
I bully
though, so
bullies
I
through
don't care.
too, says don't spend it all on crack. Spend it on love. That's the best drug. Also, paying to promote tweets? Yikes. I should just promote like just the most retarded tweet of all time or whatever. Like, what's the tweet on my feed? I'm just gonna find like some terrible shit that I said and just pay to promote and see what happens. Anime Sage through 5 says, happy birthday, Augie. Thank you for that very much. Yeah. Amen. Augie going off. I have to. I gotta protect my boys. They fall into the e-girl's trap, and I gotta pull them out. It's like they're like falling into a cliff, and I gotta like pull them back up. Anyway, my truth. I want to start this off by saying Fed was the first friend I felt like I made at OfflineTV. Already friend. Whew. We're in for a rough one.
Dude, the zone.
He was very welcoming, and I spent the most time with him out of everyone. We got along really well and quickly became really good friends. We would go out on late night food runs and watch movies together in my room since I had a TV. He fell asleep frequently there, and it became a pretty normal thing. We always stayed in our sides of the bed, and nothing ever really happened until it did. I was lying in bed with all the lights off. The door opened and Fed came in, drunk from going out that night. He crawled into my bed and I laid there for a bit. Then he grabbed my hand and held it. I didn't move at all because I was shocked. He then brushed my hand against his cheek and kissed it after. I was still in a state of shock, trying to process what's happening, because this guy is supposed to be my friend. He also knew I had a boyfriend at the time.
Dude,
Next.
fuck this guy. Fuck him.
Dude, he's taking a shot too early, dude.
All right. Let's just keep going. This is painful to read. But let's.
Post.
Next, he stuck his hand inside my sleeve and touched the side of my to my chest. And although it wasn't exactly my chest, it was close enough to make me feel extremely uncomfortable and feel like that was not a place where a friend should be touching me. I still couldn't move at this point, and in my head, I was just begging for him to not go any further, praying he would stop there. He did. Wait, he did. Retracted his hand and made it seem like he was sleeping. 10 minutes later, he woke up and said, "Whoa, how'd I get here?" I asked, "Do you remember anything?" He said no,
dude,
and left my room.
Save, bro.
Damn,
save,
son.
bro.
Where'd you find
Wait, whoa, hold on now. Obviously we haven't finished reading, but did she word this as like a me too? Hold on
I
now.
don't think she does, because I've read some of the twit longer. I haven't read like every word in depth, but like a lot of people, and this was my take on Twitter, I already said this, but like a lot of people are trying to like take this as like a super Me Too like sexual assault story. And to me, I just see this as him being inappropriate and an asshole. Like this is why we're kicking him out of the house. He's a creepy asshole. That's it.
But
I don't see this as
it's written in the way that every Me Too post is, though. You know, like, here's my experiences. What this reads off to me so far, man tried to make some moves, didn't really work. He stopped, and then he left, and no harm was done. I'm actually confused here.
Well, I guess that's not the damning part.
Well,
right?
let's read more of it. Let's see if he did something.
Yeah,
I want to read the whole thing first, because I haven't read the whole thing in depth either. So that's kind of like my
let's read the whole thing.
So take there. So
the next day, I went up to his room and asked if he remembered what happened last night. He said no. I told myself that if he forgot, then maybe he didn't know what he was doing because he was drunk, and I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to make it weird between us. A few weeks later, I was lying in bed again, and he came in drunk again. Okay, here we go. He laid down next to me and told me he was sorry for what happened last time and that he overstepped boundaries. Wait, what? So then I thought to myself, did he remember this whole time and lied about it?
Probably, because he was embarrassed in the moment, I would say.
Okay, can I just say something real quick, just to add on to it? The first part where we're like, it's kind of harmless, I kind of disagree with that. I think the whole thing is, like, this dude, first of all, like, he doesn't have the social skills, I think, to fucking comprehend, like, consent and shit like that. There's very plausible, like, fucking verbal signs, body signs that most guys, like, I know when a girl is interested or when she isn't, and then but even then I tend to, like, ask about it before I go in, right? Like, I'm not just gonna hold your hand or do shit like that. I'm probably gonna be like, hey, you know, you want to do something about it, or you want to have some fun or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, verbally get in there, get that consent, and call it a day. It doesn't have to be like you sign a fucking form. Just, like, run it by them once, twice, and then go in for the, you know, shit. This guy just kind of goes in.
Yeah, I think it's bad what he did, but I think it's, like, forgivable, because he, like, once he realized that she was, like, not comfortable with it, which he realized too late, let's be fair, but, like, he did, like, try to stop, and he's, or he did stop, and he's, like, and then he apologized later. So I think it's, like, it isn't acceptable, but it's forgivable. At least the first one, I haven't, obviously.
I mean, I'm just glad it didn't go to the point where it's too far, right? Like, where this girl really was fucking traumatized. Well, I mean, you know, she, like, you know, it didn't go to, like, that final
she wasn't,
moment,
like,
right?
really assaulted. It was more like harassment, I guess.
I mean, assault is really, like, her term of it, but my thing is, like, it could have... Luckily, the dude had the energy to just stop, right? Like, some dudes... We've read so many of these where, like, some dudes are just fucking really
it was, like... The way I see it is, like, it was the start of something that could be bad, but, like, he stopped before it got bad, but it was still bad that he initiated it to begin with, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, some of the shit I've read this entire week has been so fucked up to read through, like, some of the allegations that, like, this one compared to a lot of it, and I don't want to compare, you know, somebody's fucking issue, right? Like, obviously it's a big deal to whoever got hurt, but, like, at the same time, I'm glad, like what Bowblax said, like, I'm glad that he dialed it back. He went away, stopped.
Let me keep going.
Yeah,
here.
I'm not coming away from this that this guy's like crazy predator or anything. Like
yeah.
I didn't say.
I mean, there's.
Yeah. Let me keep reading this. I didn't say anything, and 10 minutes later, he did it again. Minus the t-shirt part.
Oh, so it's
again, I'm scared to say anything, and he fell asleep next to me. The next day, he also acted like nothing ever happened, and I asked him at some point if he remembered anything, and he said no again. I kept this secret to myself for a very, very long time. The only people I could tell were my boyfriend at the time and a close friend of mine, and out of respect for me, they didn't tell anyone. I felt like if I told anyone at Offline TV, the world would come crashing down and that Offline TV would die / cease to exist, so I never did. I minimized it a lot and carried on throughout my days as usual, but small things in me started changing without me realizing it. I started avoiding Fed more and went from hanging out with him all the time to almost never. I tunneled into League because it felt easy to be busy in a game so he couldn't talk to me or bother me. It became the easiest way to avoid him, being addicted to a game. Wait.
Yeah, like, this stuff should have been, like, I guess addressed with, like, everyone in the house earlier. I think that's an issue as well.
How the fuck did the boyfriend beat this dude's ass?
Yeah, also, like, when the boyfriend
found out... Yeah, wait a minute, so the boyfriend found out, and he wasn't like, what the fuck?
If the boyfriend found out, he would confront him, and then everyone in the house would know. That's, like, how I see the scenario going, but the boyfriend's just like, oh, whatever. No.
Yeah, the boyfriend should have fucking stepped in, dude.
You gotta keep reading. All of this stuff is addressed. It's hilarious. Keep going.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going.
One day I told him what happened between us, and he said he didn't remember / know what happened. He proceeded to say he was a horrible person and felt bad and started comforting him. And I felt bad and started comforting him. I will always remember that one of the first things he asked me after he found out was, "Did you tell anyone?" And proceed to panic when he felt like people could know. I also told him that my boyfriend at the time, Sean, doesn't blame him, and he knows he isn't a bad person deep down. In which he responded, quote, "Yeah, it's in his best interest not to." Which it wasn't, by the way. Sean is just a super nice guy who tried to be understanding and give him the benefit of the doubt. He said all these things, but never once did he apologize to me after learning about the situation that he, quote, forgot. Thinking back, his thought process was super messed up, and because he was more worried about people finding out than how he hurt me, I minimized it so much, and I would forget at times it even happened in the first place. It was weird because there was...
This is a Me Too allegation, right? You're reading this, now we're all aware this is definitely a Me Too allegation. She hurt me, she's using all the language, this is supposed to go next to all those other stories.
I think she's just saying how she felt from this guy, like, overstepping his boundaries. I don't think she's calling this guy a rapist.
I know, it's put next to all the other ones, dude. I'm sorry. This is like a 15
What do you mean it's put at... What, should she release it at a
dude.
different time? Like, I don't know. Like, is she putting it, like, in a fucking assembly line?
I think she's giving it her... I think she's just giving her solid perspective on it. I don't think, like, she's...
Yeah, I don't know if she's, like, keeping the other allegations in mind. Maybe the fact that people are coming out.
Then why did there need to be 3 statements given on this one situation if this wasn't
maybe
like a huge deal?
She just felt emotionally
No, not her. 3 people made statements on this.
Because he's leaving a popular gaming house that a lot of people like know and care about. Like they're losing a member of like this like online community.
Dude, this is absolutely. You're out of your mind if you think this.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like Offline TV is like a group with like millions of subs. And
it's fantastic.
They're like, oh, this is why the guy's leaving. This is why the members leaving.
This is literally an allegation of literally. She's claiming he touched her inappropriately, and she claims that he hurt her and all these different. She's using all the buzzwords.
Yeah, he admitted to it as well. Like
I'm not saying he didn't admit to it, but he's being called a fucking predator online because the way this shit was handled, and I don't think he's a fucking predator.
Yeah, and that's what he said.
Let's see where she mentions predator into this.
No, she doesn't say that. But when you make a tweet longer like this and you post it around all these other girls telling stories about sexual assault and rape, and this one gets fucking 50,000 likes in comparison to all the other ones, yeah, that's what happens, dude. They're gonna call him a fucking predator for this. It really this didn't need to be an outward statement like this.
I disagree. I feel like it should be an outward statement. I mean, she clearly had a negative fucking thing. I think people who make it a fucking Me Too allegation, right? I think maybe that's a case of looking too deep into it. Like, I'm not looking at it as a Me Too allegation. Yeah. So far, even though as popular as it is, I'm looking at it as a girl who just fucking had a bad experience with a guy.
Yeah, what is he supposed to do? Wait, how do you minimize this situation? Genuinely, how do you fix this situation if you're that guy? What do you do?
I think you get all these people into a room. You have a discussion of
they did that too.
How boundaries.
They did that too, and then they went forward with the allegations like this. They did that. They literally did that.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'd have to ask this girl 1-to-1, right? I mean, it's her fucking struggle, if anything.
Yeah.
The issue here is,
I'll
explain it
further. Yeah,
yeah. Let's read the whole thing further before we just get into it, because I feel like we're missing maybe 1 or 2 things.
All right, let me see here. I minimized it so much that I would forget at times even happened in the first place. It was weird because there were certain times where he could trigger me, but other times seeing him was fine. It triggered me when he'd knock on my door, barely waiting, and despite no response, he'd just come in. I remember I tried locking my door a few times, and he gave me a hard time for doing so. Quote, "Why the fuck is your door locked?" End of quote. Multiple times where he'd come in at night without me saying he could. Everyone else in the house always knocks and waits for a response, but not him. It also triggered me whenever he'd walk into my room, jump into my bed, and start going on his phone. But again, I minimize, and honestly it felt really bad for feeling that way towards him. I kept this all to myself mostly because I didn't want to ruin the peace. I wanted to avoid the situation, and I thought he would change after what happened with me. He didn't. He proceeded to overstep boundaries with other girls in our friend group, and each girl kept it to themselves because they would just think, oh, it's just Fed, or he was just lonely/drunk. He even did it to Lily.
Pathetic. Yeah, he's just lonely. He's just
it's like the only using blade.
This guy's a loser. That's what I'm getting.
This guy we're living in
a Fedmeister?
is a loser.
Oh, well, let's not doubt the way that he's acted. He's a loser.
He lied about dating Pokemon to make himself look good at a party setting, and someone
told him. I heard about that too. Yeah.
Again, these aren't predatory. This guy's a fucking loser.
He's a loser with no social skills, and you can
you can very easily figure out that this dude is a fucking total.
And he's in the friend zone with every girl in this fucking house, guaranteed. Every girl.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny. It's sad and funny, I guess.
He even did it to Lily Pichu. She gave me permission to share this when she was going through her hard breakup with Albert. Fed also walked into her room while she was drunk. She was lying down, and he asked if she wanted a massage. She said sure, and he started off massaging her leg, then up to her thighs. A week or so later, he was drunk and laid down next to her, and he told her he liked her. She then felt uncomfortable with everything, and he asked her not to tell anyone what happened. Again, thinking back, it felt like he tried to take advantage of Lily when she's in a really vulnerable state.
That is so fucking ridiculous. He gave the girl a leg massage. What a predator. Holy shit. Wait, are you telling me he had feelings for her a week later? Oh my god.
Obviously, this guy had the mindset of like, oh,
a child?
The mindset of not sexually assaulting drunk girls. That's all I've got.
He should not have fucking touched the girl, period. I think this dude is some lonely fucking, like, complete ultimate loser so far.
Yeah.
And he has no understanding of just boundaries or whatever, and like he's literally trying to seek pity sex. This is what he's trying to do. He's trying to get pity sex hard.
I agree, but
it's
at the same time,
did you know that some girls who go through breakups have pity sex? Like they go out and they just have sex because they feel bad about themselves. I'm just saying, like that's. I'm sorry. This just fucking drives me nuts.
You know, I get that. Yeah, I mean, I know
these guys are 22-year-old people. These guys are living in a frat house that fucking makes money. I'm sorry, everyone's fucking... Why is everybody in the story drunk all the time if business is being done? Why the fuck is there a guy sleeping in a girl's bed every night? Like, what is happening in this business? I'm sorry.
Can I just say, like, yeah, it's very unprofessional how they've dealt with it, and I feel like to an extent, like, this person should have never been sleeping in the same bed as this girl. Just because, like, so I'll give my perspective, okay? This is what I think about that, right? When you're... I don't let anybody sleep in my bed. Like I don't have sex with any woman until I'm with her like for a fair bit, just because that's sort of my thing.
And
I think when I'm in my bed. Oh no, dude. Okay, for real. Like my bed is sort of like my space, right? It's my personal bubble where it's at. I don't feel comfortable sleeping with somebody I don't know, right? Like maybe she knew this person pretty well, but it's like at this point, if this person's this predatory, I don't feel comfortable like sleeping next to them and where I'm most vulnerable, right? That's just where my thought process is.
But
so
see,
I just
you
don't
used
understand.
The word predator. What is... All right, let me tell you what this guy is. I've seen this. I went to college. I've seen this fucking guy everywhere, right? This guy is an archetype that walks around. This is the guy who's the nice guy. He's your typical, oh my God, I can't believe Brian was such a dick to you at that party. Oh, we should go get drinks sometime and you could talk to me all about it. That's who this guy is. This guy's friends with every fucking girl in the house. Probably some of the guys around there don't like him. He thinks that if he talks nice to all these girls, they'll fucking cheat on their boyfriends and they'll date him because their boyfriend is so mean to them.
Oh,
And then,
100%.
oh my god, yeah, dude,
Yeah,
her fucking, she talks shit about her boyfriend all the time to this guy. Dude, this guy is seen as such a non-threatening person that her boyfriend said, like the girl said to her boyfriend that this dude put moves on her, and he didn't fucking care. Dude, if that doesn't say how low testosterone you are.
To add to Nick's statement, this is the dude that I would bet my children, my money, everything on. He fucking masturbates to the girls.
Garen fucking T,
100%.
Dude, blacklight his fucking room, bro. 100%, I guarantee it. Dude, and the other thing is, after this girl wouldn't have sex with him, Pokimane said that he tried to convince the others in the house that she wasn't pulling her weight to get rid of her because she wouldn't have sex with him. Dude, this is like fucking. Who's the guy that Monkey Jones covered?
What?
Like a more sane Elliot Roger.
Okay. Elliot Roger. Let's not. Okay.
Jesus, whoa.
Let's not go as far to compare him to Elliot Roger. Elliot Roger was like another level.
God,
like, I don't even think
people on Twitter can call him a predator.
I don't even think Elliot Roger got to the stage where he could say hello to a woman. Okay, so
I'm
like,
telling you, listen, this dude's masturbating to the girls he follows on Twitter.
No, but this fucking girl sees this little loser ass fucker.
This is not this guy, but this is the type of person so far that I've read that would do that kind of really weird incel shit.
But bro, so this girl sees that this super nice guy is gonna be super nice around her and shit like that. So what does she do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo, let's go get food every night. Let's go stop at T-Bell. Oh, we want to watch movies. Oh, you don't have to get up. You could sleep in bed right next to me. It's a frequent occurrence. And
He's
all this
the
shit,
dude that
you know what happened? He thought he had a shot. He thought she liked her. That's why he thought she was giving her attention. And then she's like, whoa, you are not getting out of the friend zone, sir. No, sirree, we're not doing that.
She wanted to watch some chick flicks with him.
On the friend zone after that one.
She wanted to watch some chick flicks with him. He's like, oh, fuck yeah. If she watches these movies with me, I'm totally getting in it. Whereas,
but do you know what I base this on?
Do
you know what I base this on?
What?
Because you know, what is his signature move? He kisses the girl's
on the hand.
Like, bro, he tried to milady this bitch.
Yeah, he is trying to milady.
No wonder they don't think he's a fucking... Yeah, no wonder they don't think he's a fucking threat. He walked over and kissed her on the hand.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you, everyone criticized her for freezing up on that. Everyone criticized her for freezing up when she did that. How is anyone supposed to respond when this fucking dude Reddit's your hand?
Wait, what is he? What does he look like?
Dude, a fedora fucking appeared.
Punch him in the face, dude. It's like one or the other, man.
Wait,
dude,
what?
The guy's calling this guy a predator, bro. No, he's just a fucking bottom feeder loser. That's all he is.
The worst part is like Augie's putting up his like face now. He's not even like the worst looking dude in the world, dude.
He's probably the worst looking dude in the house.
Did you see? I don't know. Scar is in the house.
Listen, I think even if he's not the worst appearing guy, he's definitely got the personality of a wet dish rag, and that just
You can kind of tell he has like that kind of false like playa attitude. Like he has like the backwards cap for all his like branding and stuff, and he tries to be like, "Yo, I'm cool." Like, yeah, you know.
Is that you?
He might not have realized, because you're saying that like in this Twitlonger it says that like he apologized for the false advance. Do we know that like he mentally realized that kissing a girl's hand is a fucking false advance? Like I'm maybe he's just weird. Like he touched her, dude. No, dude, he like touched the side of her body, bro. That's like a non-sexual fucking thing. I'm sorry, dude. If you touch a girl's body and she's like not into it, and you stop, then that's like
you're such a dick off.
Is that not normal?
I think we're all in agreement of what happened here. It's just like depending on like Nick thinks like this whole Twitlonger is calling him like a rapist.
What do you do better? What do you do better though? Like you touched a girl, she wasn't down with it. You didn't touch her in an inappropriate spot. And then she's not about it, and you stop, bro. What do you do? Do you need to ask her, like, ma'am, can I touch your fucking side?
I mean, if she's not into it, fucking get the hint and fuck off.
But that's kind of what he did. I think that's what he did.
I think the issue is like he's continuing to be socially inept and he's not like fully learning, and that's why people are like kind of creeped out by him, and they're like, I want him out of the house because it seems to be like a repeating occurrence. Like he's not like it's not like he does this once and then it's like, oh my bad.
Is this guy a big YouTuber
again in different ways, like touching
Lily's
leg
streamer.
and like trying to like get in bed with her again, and stuff, and it's just like.
Is he really popular on Twitch or something?
Oh
yeah, I've heard him.
He's like 500,000 on Twitch.
Dude, I'm arguing with people online. They have the worst fucking replies. They're
so
like,
if he's the
dude,
smallest, yeah, fuck him, throw him out.
Dude,
Yeah,
the people online have the stupidest fucking arguments. They're like, dude, she's drunk. She can't consent to a leg massage.
Oh
What?
yeah, people are dumb. I mean,
What?
I think we all know that people on Twitter can be dumb.
What about this one? Dude, he knew she had a boyfriend. That's obviously predatory. Motherfucker, these people are in their early 20s. Dude, I'm 23 years old. One of my fucking friends are married. One of them.
Yeah, but like,
the
thing is, like, are all these people in the offline TV house calling Fed a predator, or are they just saying he's like fucking weird?
Well, he
like,
is fucking weird.
No,
they're not calling him weird. They're retarded.
No, these guys are saying like these guys are like they're wording it in such a manner that it like people are fucking interpreting it as this guy's a fucking predator, and he's getting like hammered.
But is it really
ratio, dude? He's not a fucking predator.
So you're not necessarily criticizing the people coming out with the information. You're more criticizing.
No, I think they did it wrong. No, I literally am. I think they handled it poorly, and I think they did.
You think they should have came out with this, but worded it in a different way?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can agree on that. Like,
dude, if he's dangerous,
I'll agree on that for sure.
If there's even a slight chance he's dangerous, I have no problem with them talking about it publicly. I think that
I just feel if he's dangerous, and this is a repeated occurrence, it was up to the responsibility for everyone at that house to boot him the fuck out. I wouldn't let somebody like that stay in my organization and fucking you know, because that's just not okay.
To be fair to Nick's point for a bit here, it is kind of bad. Like, obviously, whenever this happens, people can't control when stuff happens or whatever, and they come out when they need to and talk about it when they need to. But like with the timing of all the other stuff going on, like I think the story's getting big because the people involved are big. These are all like literally millions of followers on Twitch. Like combined, these people have like tens of millions of followers, and that's why it's getting big and overshadowing all these other more important stories.
Dude, there are sexual assaults.
It's kind of like bad timing because it overshadows all the other ones just because of the size of these people, right? And it's not like that's the intention. It's not like, oh, I'm coming out with this to overshadow these people intentionally, but it's just a side effect of how big the channels are.
Wait a minute, chat. Are you telling me the truth? This guy has a video on his Twitch or whatever, on his live streams, where he tried to eye track looking at like girls' Instagrams to show that's a nice guy he is.
That's one of his biggest.
Oh my god, dude, he's a professional
really
nice guy.
I could look it up right now.
Yo, can we get the professional?
Yeah, can we watch
nice
that?
Send that to me. Send that to me. Send it to me right now.
And by the way, can I just give the chat one more like little piece of knowledge here for everybody in college right now who's got a long distance relationship? Maybe not at the moment because Corona, but it's coming up. I just want you to know, dude, your girlfriend is sleeping at the frat house.
Thanks, Nick.
I've never heard of this place.
There's no.
Hey, by the way,
college, let me tell you.
Hold on.
Dude,
hey, by the way,
what this is. These are college-age people living in a fucking frat house where they make fucking shitloads of money. That's why these things never go well.
By the way, all 700 of you watching this epic birthday stream, I just want you guys to know your girlfriend's getting fucked in the ass. So get wrecked.
Dude, there's no loyalty.
I know.
When you confront the girl, she's gonna be like, "How did you find out?" And he's like, "Oh, Nicholas Diorio told me."
Dude, Nick is right though. There's no loyalty in these fucking college like long distance.
Oh yeah, a long distance just does not. No, just
they do not have loyalty. They will immediately fuck someone. It is what it is.
Yeah. Fact so.
Okay, I sent you the video.
All right, let me get through these donations and then I'll take a look at that. Muda is a simp through one. Says, if
Fuck
Zack.
You.
Okay.
Dude, take the fedora off the screen, bro.
Oh shit, the fedora is still there. He says, if Zack is so against racism, why not donate money to BLM? In fairness, he did. Or something instead of using it to cyberbully Bowblax. Oh, and happy birthday, buddy. Really proud of you and your progress. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, in fairness, Zack did. Laura B through 3 says, okay, but why is a girl with a boyfriend letting another guy sleep in her bed?
That's a great question. I guess he's
well, that's the other thing. Like, somebody in the chat wrote, like,
nobody.
Well, somebody in the chat also wrote, like, why would a girl let another guy in her bed if she wasn't, like, into him?
I think I can answer
Maybe they thought he was gay.
I think I can answer this one statement that everyone will understand, okay? This is a Twitch streamer gaming house. Twitch streamer, okay? Twitch culture.
Bro, he kissed his girl's hands, bro. Maybe they thought he was gay.
Oh my god. They also write. Okay. They read, "Happy birthday, Augie. Love the show and happy to support you on Patreon. Thank you very much." Boy Freda threw $10 says, "This is the best birthday stream ever." That's what a great birthday stream. Talking about.
Can I just add on top of
approach women, dude?
Can I just add on top of Nick's point too? That is such a fucking base point too. Why the fuck is some other dude just like staying?
He's like okay with it.
Thing, okay, if I was to sleep in like a friend of mine, like if I was to let a girlfriend of mine like stay in my bed, bro, I'd be called a cheater up the ass over and over and over again, right? And just like this is just going on. Like what the fuck?
Bro, he totally thought she had a thing.
He's a nice guy.
He totally thought she had a thing for him. 100 fucking just by her describing their friendship, quote unquote. Because bitches be like this, bro. Bitches be like this.
This dude must have been like fucking. She must have been destroying Dr. Disrespect or something. Because that dude felt no fucking threat from this guy. It's like whatever.
The way she worded this was in the Me Too like format, like the format that they all like use. So it would.
Dude, read the last paragraph. Read the
all right. Let me read the last paragraph.
Wait,
then we got.
Read the whole
yeah. All right. Let me just read it, and then we got the video to watch. And also,
we have a lot to go through, man. This is all a lead up to H3, by the way. I know nothing about this is connected to H3. Somehow it turns into H3 versus Keem because, everything does, apparently.
All right. Dwan through 1 says, "Augie, glad I found you guys. Goon Squad for life." Thank you very much. Okay, let me finish reading this, and then we'll play the video. And then we'll talk about H3. And then we'll talk about 10,000 other things.
Then we talk about Keem, and then we talk about Keem. H3 talk about Keem.
One night, the girls were hanging out together when the topic of Fed came up, but we realized we all had our stories about him. Whether it was him lying about certain situations to be in his favor, or lying to us about girls leading him on when he was the one who got rejected, or manipulating us to have certain ideas.
Bro, he lied, dude. He said he was totally banging that broad, and he didn't. What a piece of shit.
Again, I think this is exposed of him being an asshole and explaining why he got kicked out of the house.
He's insecure. He needs people to think that he's like better than he actually is.
Oh, that's for sure.
Dude, he just showed he's an
branding, as I said, with like the backwards cap and like the fucking folding arms, being like, yeah.
This dude buys used panties in Japan and sniffs the fuck out of them.
All right.
Fucking saying that.
Pokey especially suffered a lot from this, and I'll let her explain if she chooses to. The stories shared were mainly of Fed overstepping boundaries, being overly touchy, in which we thought they were just Fed things. We thought it was fine because we told ourselves that's just how he is. As we shared each of our stories,
boys are boys, dude. That's the quote. Boys are just. Remember
we realized it was not fine. When all the sexual harassment / abuse stories started coming out on Twitter, my coping mechanism just broke. I couldn't minimize it anymore, and I suddenly felt everything that happened crashing down at me at once. I couldn't ignore it any longer and realized what happened was not okay. It couldn't be swept under the rug. I didn't want to see him, talk to him, or work with him. The pattern of problematic behavior led us to decide that we needed to have an intervention with him to get him to realize he needs to change for the better. So we all sat down together as a group, and everyone started sharing with Fed how he once hurt them. It was extremely emotional, with a lot of us crying. And at the end, he seemed very apologetic and understood what he had done was wrong. This was the first time he apologized to me about everything, and it did feel really nice to hear. I genuinely felt super happy, and it seemed like Fed was very accepting of everything and willing to be better. I wasn't planning on releasing any statement from my end, but unfortunately his behavior since then made me feel like he wasn't sorry. His actions and words showed he was still avoiding responsibility, that his priority was still himself and his career, versus being a better person and resolving the hurt he caused us. My intention for this...
Kissed your hand.
I really want to know what Fed did after this apology to make...
Yeah, they never say that. Wait.
The timeline is this thing happened a week and then this came out.
All right, let me finish this.
That's not enough
time to do like inherent root behavioral problems with yourself. I'm sorry. Like maybe if he was still like touching people and stuff, then yeah, okay, I would agree.
You can't go from Sim to Chad in a week.
It's still kind of being a little manipulative and shady. It's like that's kind of like like an issue he needs to work through. It's gonna take like more than a week to do that. I feel. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's not pulling enough Twitch viewers, so we're gonna go put him on blast and post and get him thrown out.
I mean, if they don't want to live with him, fair enough. But like,
yeah, I guess
maybe they should say that before it's like, before saying like, oh, we're gonna give you another chance.
No, I'm glad they roasted this dude. He sounds weird.
My intention for this statement is not to destroy him, but to warn other girls about his behavior and how he pushes boundaries using alcohol as an excuse for his actions. He needs to be held accountable for his actions, learn from his mistakes, and not avoid them like how he was trying to again this time around. I don't think Fed is a bad person, but we all made excuses for his behavior for a long time now because we truly loved him as a friend. Even despite all this, ultimately what I'd want in the end would be to see him take steps towards getting help and striving to be a better person. A few things I would like everyone to keep in mind. Everyone in Offline TV helped me immensely throughout all of this. They went through great measures, blah, blah, blah. When they learned of this, they never asked me to be silent. It may not be possible, but I would like if people could refrain from shitting on the thing. And then lastly...
Yeah, guys, don't shit on my brand. Let me just put this in there. Yo, my brand didn't do this, dogs.
Oh, lastly, please remember Fed is a human and refrain from extremely hurtful comments.
Yeah, only slightly hurtful comments.
I hate my life.
I think this makes Shay's twit longer look good.
Wait, Shay Carl's?
No.
Are you?
Oh, man, I'm fucking.
Oh, the Slazo one.
The Slazo.
Well, okay, well, this one's. Let's be real. That one's better because there's no lies in it. Okay. So.
All right. Let's break up the.
But now that you've read that, though, do you think that the intention there was to just say this dude's been kind of creepy, or do you think the intention?
Oh no, they want to fuck him over, obviously.
Yeah, okay, that was the most damage possible. I just want to make sure everyone.
Yeah, it changed a little. Like at the very end, it kind of changed when she was like, "Oh well," when all these other allegations were coming out, I felt like it was important. I don't know, man. Like
they obviously wanted to do damage to him, and I think mission accomplished. He lost his job.
I think they should have done it earlier, or they should have done it, or either they should have, like, you know, said, hey, this is why you're leaving the offline TV house, blah, 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 farewell, like, right away without, like, the week in between the intervention.
Yeah, I feel like they should have booted him out, like,
yeah, boot him out right away, or if you actually want to give him a chance, give him more than a week.
No, I wouldn't give this guy a chance.
And don't do it amongst all this other, like, crazy sexual assault stuff.
I would not give a person like this a chance, because once they're doing this in a professional environment, holy fucking shit, I'm not gonna fucking... Because, A, I care about the fucking girl getting assaulted first and foremost, but second of all, in a professional environment, when you're doing this shit, you know how fucking much that can backfire on your organization? These people just don't know how to run an organization if they let this shit happen.
Yeah.
Wait,
like, none of these guys... Oh, yeah, I don't think
I don't know.
I don't think
the founder of Offline TV seems pretty solid. Scar.
Well, listen, okay, in a professional environment, right, like, I'm going to treat Offline TV like I treat most other, like, YouTube houses. At the end of the day, they're a business. They have more than just the people living in them. Like, they have, you know, lawyers, they have all these individuals working for them. It's a big fucking operation.
Yeah,
when you have an operation that big, it's literally your everyone's responsibility to fucking police it appropriately. Yeah. If this was happening at the time, should have been fucking booted immediately. Should have been booted right
100%.
No questions asked.
And our like little fucking disconnect here is I don't see it as a professional work environment. I see it as a place where people get away with far too much, probably. I see it as a place where this guy sleeps in this girl's bed, which is already inappropriate for the workplace. Like, this isn't an office.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I 100% agree. This should never
the two. Like, it is a business, but at the end of the day, it's where they live. So, like,
yeah, these are. It's a frat house. It's literally a frat house.
I wouldn't. Well, a frat house isn't exactly a business as well. It's a lot.
It's the same thing. Only instead of paying the fraternity dues, you get paid money for your Twitch streams. That's literally the difference.
They should just treat it more professionally, man. I think this example needs to be set for any other big organization because, like, you just shouldn't. Yeah, you
can't have problematic people like that in the house because he's clearly showing that he's not ready to be. Or able to
bro, you literally have a brand. You literally have a brand to uphold. Stop fucking letting this shit happen.
Yeah.
This guy needs to go back home.
My argument that I was saying is like either look at it as a brand and kick him right away, or look at him as a friend and give him more of a chance. Yeah. I kind of agree with Muda that the former would be better.
We got stuff to do.
It's like weird in between that they did. So I will criticize that.
All right, let me read these. Asimic through 30. Whoa, thank you very much, man. Major thanks to Nick for helping me break up with my girlfriend. Didn't realize she was cheating on me.
Can I just say, like, this group right now, like, this energy we're having, I want fucking, like, Zach to look at this because he always feels like we're this fucking crazy group of incels that have like no fucking like rational thought. Bro, you hear the amount of disagreements me and Nick are having, but we're not going at each other's throats like fucking madmen.
Dude, this is good.
Like,
this is good shit
talking.
right here. This is good podcasting.
Argue like fucking verbally.
Oh yeah, you and me.
And then we play Halo together right after. It's fun.
Yeah.
Because normal people don't have to like hold grudges on every single fucking like argument. Actually, disagreeing makes your like videos better when you're a drama channel.
Obama
I'm
2.
glad we talked this down in particular to have a better
Augie really wants to get off the subject.
Yeah.
Look, I just don't want to spend like 12 hours on one subject and then 1 hour on like the other. I want to
like, yo, if there's one thing I like talking about my birthday stream, it's sexual assault.
Yeah, well, I
give you donuts, bro.
Yeah. All right.
Let's move on.
Obama 2-3 says, I don't know if you saw, but Pokimane talked about the Fed situation yesterday. To summarize her response, Fed's done this with multiple girls. He lied about dating Pokimane so no one would take her and tried to get Vonnie fired after she turned his advances down.
Yeah, we said, well, I think I mentioned Vonnie, he literally, that girl is like, please don't touch me or kiss my hand. He's like, well, I guess you gotta leave the house. You're clearly not pulling your weight around here. Like, dude, that guy's a fucking weirdo.
Speaking of weirdo, we have a video right here. Let's take a look at this.
Pokimane should just leak his DMs. I need to.
Oh my god, Chad, you can't.
I feel like this can't do this. Gonna be on the internet within a year.
You can't fucking do this.
Oh my god.
Chad.
This is eye tracker, so he's gonna look at pictures of girls
this is
and.
the most popular video, by the way. This is the most popular.
Oh my god.
It says eye tracker exposes me featuring Pokimane, so I would assume it's the biggest one.
Oh my god, what a simp.
I swear I look at the faces before I look at anything else.
You know what kills me about this is the music.
Clean your fucking room, Jesus Christ! I can see how like terrible he is already. Look at his room.
They just moved into the house when this happened. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe.
Bro, he's got a fuck pillow on the bed.
Wait, why does he have a fucking? Doesn't he have like a punching bag in his window? Like, what is that?
Dude, this guy's got like a Pokimane body pillow he hides in the closet.
Oh, dude,
that's the real reason they kicked him out.
Oh.
He's already like nutting.
Look at that beautiful portrait. Holy, those shoes.
This is like already fucking creepy as hell. Holy shit.
To be fair, a lot of YouTubers did videos.
A lot of YouTubers do this video.
A lot of YouTubers.
PewDiePie did this video.
I know.
Yeah, but it's context.
Now with the context that we know, though, this is so much more like funny.
It reminds me when the clips of Pro Jared out of context started getting.
It's like, alright, I shouldn't say this is bad. It's not bad. It's just cringy to me, is all.
Yeah, it's cringy with context, just like the Pro Jared stuff, which was hilarious. I love that shit, bro.
I love him, dude.
Listen, guys. It's not as hard. It's not as. Dude, this is so fucking hard. You wanna try it?
Yeah, come on. There's nothing there, dude. Just don't look at the ass.
What the fuck?
Oh, you did it already, bro.
Oh, dude.
Come on.
Holy shit.
Already.
You gave up so quick, dude.
I don't want to watch this. No.
You gotta watch it, dude.
Chef, this is cap pride as hell. Nothing wrong with it. It's not for me.
Is that's Fed?
No, Fed's the other guy.
I want to see.
Was he gonna stare at wrestler cock for an hour?
Oh yeah, that's Fed.
Oh, God.
Wait, was Fed reacting to Pokimane back there?
Well,
no.
Wait.
He's not gonna do that in the first
Bowblax
2 minutes of the
defensive?
video, bro.
Oh, I'm just.
Pokey, my queen.
Dude.
So the whole video is just him being like, haha, I'm not gonna look at the ass guy. Oh, I looked at the ass, haha. That's the video?
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
He deliberately looks at the ass.
On you, I actually have a DM from Fed where he says, hey, Pokimane's my boy.
Back off, she's my girlfriend.
Good one.
Back off.
Pokimane and Michelle Obama are the same person.
Alright.
Mrs. Obama, get down!
Now that we've spent the good portion of the show debating about, defending this guy, who did nothing wrong.
Him. This dude's weird.
After we spend this entire podcast defending Fed, who did nothing wrong, from these terrible women, now we're gonna watch Keemstar.
Elliot Roger,
they're not gonna fuck you, Augie. Holy shit.
What do you mean? I'm on Team Fed. I'm on Team Fed.
Elliot Rogers shouldn't have a job.
Hey, I'm on Team
Bro,
Fed.
I'm
I don't know
just
why you
thinking
guys.
He wants Fed's cock right now. That's what I'm feeling.
Well, okay, buddy. Good one. Yo.
Let's watch
I'm
the
gonna have a
Team
little bit
Star
of a
video
rant,
here.
and I haven't
No, he wants Fed's
researched
friendship.
All right, let's watch this.
everything, so I don't have all the details. So maybe there's something extra to this story that I just don't know about, right? But I just read a Me Too movement or Me Too statement about these gamers. They live in a gamer house. One's a guy, one's a girl. The guy's drunk. He jumps into her bed. He's like putting his hand up against her chin. He like grabs her hand, kisses it. He grazes his hand across her chest. And the girl says, I was so shocked by all these three things that I just didn't even react. I just was froze. I didn't say anything. It's your responsibility to say something. If a guy's making a moves on you and you don't want that to happen, you got to say no. Like that's your responsibility. You have to say no. You can't just not do anything and then be like, he wronged me. What? You got to say no. You have to say no. And what are we talking about? This? We're talking about kissing a hand? That's what we're talking about? Now, if you would have said to him, get away from me, and he still grabbed your hand and kissed it, fine. But when you say nothing, no like, hey, you're crossing the line, hey, too much, and he just kisses your hand, why didn't you pull your hand away? Like, I don't get it. I mean, maybe there's more details out there that I just don't know about, right? Maybe there's more stories out there about this individual. Maybe he is a creep, right? But based on what I just read, and I didn't even read the full thing because I couldn't get through it because I was so angry that this person's getting Me Too'd for kissing a girl's hand. You, the female, have a responsibility to say, no, stop. I don't like this. Get away. No, you have that responsibility. I don't have all the details.
I'm just going to say, Keem, if somebody kissed my hand like that, I'd probably freeze up and be like, what the fuck? Like I said, if someone reddited my hand, I'd be a little freaked out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
but wouldn't you have
my
the
issue with Keem's statement? Keem's issue is like, silence doesn't mean consent, and that's all anybody heard from that argument that he just made. Literally, the only thing you'll take from that is Keem thinks silence equals consent, which I don't think is his genuine opinion.
He just worded it
I think
poorly.
he articulated that horribly, but I understand his point.
I mean, all I know is if I have a daughter, I'm so teaching her self-defense classes so she doesn't have to deal with this shit. Like,
I have a daughter. She's not going to a Twitch house.
She better not go to a fucking Twitch house. God damn, that place smells.
She's like 30 or whatever, and Nick's just like, nope.
Smells, dude. The gamers don't fucking shower. They're streaming all day, dude.
She tells me she wants to fucking go to some Twitch house and be like, we have to have a long discussion of life choices. This is not a good one.
What do you mean, Muda? We can't go to the Clout house after dinner?
Listen, man. All right, look. I love FaZe Bank. That's fine, but this house, get out of here. I'm still going to the Cloud house.
It's fucking heads. Yeah. Look, this argument, like this, Keem's never gonna win this, and I like really don't know why he posted this because I like even when this video first came out, like I understand what he's saying. But, like, he was going to get, like, there was no way he wasn't going to get fucked hard for this take, you know?
I know what he's trying to say, and he says it around the end, too. You haven't played it. Maybe you should before I...
Let's.
But if this whole man's career is completely finished and ruined from kissing a girl's hand, I think your career should be ruined, too. Because that's
Let's go.
It's not right. It's not right.
Yeah, dude, mutually assured
It's not right. It's not sexual abuse. It's not rape. It's just not right. If you cross the line, you need to tell him right away, you're crossing the line. And if he doesn't back off, then expose.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking, right?
Oh, wait, maybe I missed it. I don't know. But what I took from this when I first watched is that he's saying, like, you know, when all these other important stories are coming out, this one story, it's like unfair to the other.
I heard that too.
Maybe he said that somewhere else, or
maybe I think he said it earlier.
Yeah. So I agree with that sentiment. As for like the saying no, I mean, when I first listened to this, by the way, I didn't know this was attached to the Fed story. I didn't read the tweet longer. I didn't even know there was a thing going on with OfflineTV. I just took Keem at his word, and it's like, oh, he kissed his hand, and she said he raped him. That's kind of fucked up. So I did agree with this at the time. Now with the context, obviously, I'm gonna, you know, disagree with some of what Keem says here.
I think Keem needed to articulate that way
he needed to
better.
articulate it way better.
I literally DM'd him after. I go, you know, next time you could send one of those things to me so I could tell you exactly why they're not going to interpret it the way you wanted it to. And he goes, I think I got my point across fine. I'm like, okay, Kim.
It's funny as fuck.
I think he gets his point across fine if you don't read the tweet longer. If you read the tweet longer, know what he's talking about, then well, actually,
I literally think no. I think it's tied to silence equals consent. I think if you read the tweet longer, I don't think you're gonna apply much of it. I think you're probably the person who took away the most out of the tweet longer out of everybody I've read that with. Like I can't say who it was, but there's a very respectable YouTuber that I hang out with quite often who I think was laughing. Was literally laughing.
Yeah, well, I'm like the highest IQ here. I'm like 189 IQ, so I can tell.
Your IQ's 189.
Yeah.
Good one.
Dude, so I interpreted Keem's tweet perfectly.
Yeah, but here's what I'm thinking, right? Like, okay, in this situation, right? Like, picture yourself as Fed for just a second, right? Like, you're gonna be able to tell, like, if she's not down with what you're doing, right? Like,
and he did.
He's socially inept.
Well, he's so socially inept, he didn't keep going.
How can I fucking put myself in Fed shoes? I'm fucking based, Augie. I don't
yeah, dude.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be pretty easy to figure out, like, oh shit, maybe I should fucking not, you know?
But, like, that's what he did. He literally did. He had that exact moment.
But then he did it again.
He pull away,
dude, this guy gets no girl. No. But he didn't do it again because he kissed her hand again. He didn't fucking reach for the side of her body.
Yeah. But then he did the Lily Pichu thing where he was like, "Oh,
well, he massaged the girl's legs, throw him in jail, throw the key away."
I'm not talking about throwing him in jail. I'm just talking about like him not learning.
All right, but that's what people are going to take away from that.
He needs to stop drinking, bro.
This guy.
Yeah.
I feel like he's probably just as bad sober. Like, he just seems like a weirdo.
I think sober. He's probably like really fucking like like restricted and like all the way like brought back. It's just the booze brings out his social ineptitude so hard.
Yeah. All right, guys. Rfcah real quick has something to say.
Rfcah's in colors. It was in colors.
Rfcah has something to say. Hey, Rfcah, what did you want to say?
All right. BLM told me silence is consent. Okay, that's what I gotta take.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm told you that? Whoa.
Can we take Tommy's call?
Oh, no.
I need more defense.
I love Tommy, dude.
Yo, please give me
Is Tommy in there?
It's gonna turn into
that's Tommy.
Oh
I didn't know Tommy was in there. What's up, Tommy?
Happy birthday, man. I just want to say happy.
Hey, thanks, man.
How old are you now?
19.
Jeez,
old enough.
That's right.
Young, man.
So you're out of school 1 year this year, huh?
Yeah.
I'm out of school 25.
Nice.
We know.
Well, I'm going back in like a month, so.
Tommy, what's your take on that twit longer?
The girl that got her hand kissed?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how she gets through life.
You're invalidating it. You're invalidating it.
I mean, when somebody holds a door open for her, she must, she must collapse.
Jesus.
God damn, Tommy.
No, what a raging cunt. Seriously. Whoa! She's a raging cunt. And, she deserves, you know what she deserves? She finally finds that right guy that doesn't touch her, and she falls in love with him, and she's feeling, and then he dies. That's what she deserves in life. Or would be actually better than that if she was able to date somebody that meets every one of her needs, and then some dude tries to beat and rape her and he runs away. That would be spectacular.
Who fucking hurt you? Holy shit.
Don't tell Ethan about this, by the way. I don't want to get blasted.
I'm so telling him about that. I'm telling Sky Jackson about it.
He just fucking blasted for what Keem said. What you said is just like, well, maybe he won't go on as hard.
That's so unco-signable. Holy shit.
You, honestly, but like...
You've been drinking harder than Fed, bro. I'm just
not at all.
No, fuck yeah.
Nobody drinks harder. I actually did more. I did more bad things than Fed did in this phone call than he did in fucking living in that house for a fucking.
Dude, Tommy's fucking a Mutahar body pillow as he's talking
out of the Legion house. It's
Tommy, are you gonna tell
us?
Yeah, we're gonna have to kick. Guys, we're gonna have to issue a statement right now. We're kicking Tommy out of the Goon Squad house. So.
Shit.
Yeah, I didn't know Tommy was such a fucking racist, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
Racist. I hope and pray that her relationships and her sex life is just like Bowblax's. That's what I think.
That's not that bad, then.
Non-existent? Is that what you're trying to
Yes,
say?
exactly.
That's so fucking based. Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. It's a mix of a red and a black pill. No, I hope she's a miserable cunt the rest of her life. Clearly, she is.
Holy
the rest of her life.
Dude, that's more based than Augie.
Yes. Yes.
Tommy's the
I'd
most
like to know,
based
like,
content creator in the.
Dude, the one redeeming part of a twit longer like this is you know who not to walk up to at VidCon.
I don't walk up to anyone at VidCon, bro. VidCon's where all the losers
you
go
won't
to.
see me near the offline TV
Wait,
anytime.
You don't actually go to the convention when you go.
Yeah, you
I
just
don't
go
go
to
to the parties either because they fucking smell.
Yeah, I don't go to them either because like I don't go to them
no
either because I get kicked out.
Well, please don't tell me YouTubers smell like a Magic the Gathering meetup.
They smell like weed.
I have
Skeptics
smelled better
like weed.
Yu-Gi-Oh meetings.
They actually probably do smell like weed.
All right. That's so fucking funny though.
Skeptics smell horrible.
Tommy's take was so fucking extreme.
You know what? Maybe an
extreme. Kind of a joke. I'm just letting you know.
You know what?
I know it's a joke, Tommy. I know it's a joke.
No, it's not a joke, Tommy. This is the internet. I take everything fucking
Yeah,
serious.
I think Tommy actually.
You know what? I think maybe somebody needs to have the.
Saying, who makes jokes about sexual assault?
Me, Chris.
Actually, Bill Burr's segment is one of my favorites of all time.
I didn't make jokes about sexual assault. I just hope she's miserable. I hope, she obviously needed to be a victim of some kind. And
wait a minute.
She obviously needed to be a victim of some kind. So she can ruin this guy's life and what happened.
Holy shit!
Oh, did something else? Did something else happen that I don't know of? Was she kissed in the other hand since last time I called?
The other hand, bro.
Chris is gonna use this against us so bad.
I remember the day. No, I remember the day that Nick had his take or whatever, and I DM'd Nick. I was like, "Yo, Nick, how bad did you get fucked for your take?" And he said, "Barely." And I said, "So just a kiss on the hand."
I would say she was a victim of a bad date, but she didn't even go on a date. So what the fuck? What is she a victim of? A hangnail?
She's a victim
the
of some
fuck is going on
guy.
She's
No,
a
fuck that.
victim
That's
of
some
like a
creepy
fucking
dude.
Yeah, no, but we all agree the guy's fucking weird. We all agree that guy's probably
dude,
on a loser competition. That guy's a fucking loser.
Dude,
He's
that
not a
guy's
fucking
bringing
rapist, dude.
Home the fucking blue ribbon. He's that big of a loser.
makes me look like a Chad,
Tommy,
bro.
I don't care. I want her relationships to be great. This girl deserved better. This dude was a weird guy, dude. He was fucking. Look. I said earlier very well. I think I articulated my point great. This is the type of dude that jacks off to other chicks on Facebook and then messages them and says, "Wow, I hope you had a great fucking day." As he's holding his cum in his right fucking hand. That's this dude. I will bet my firstborn. I will bet all the money I have in the world. I will bet my soul.
Dude, he's Elliot Rodger on realism mode.
Hell yeah, dude. He's playing the survival difficulty and he lost.
Well, how much? Let me talk seriously. Let's not joke around for a minute.
Let's go, yeah.
How much you want to bet? Like every group has the sort of weak link. He was probably the weak link and the most disposable. And probably it shows you something. If you don't exert yourself and you do the Elliot Rodger act, you could be a victim of a fucking terribly blown up or false allegation because everybody's going to believe it because you're weird. So stop being weird, people. That's the key.
Well, he
Stop
confirmed that it happened, so it's like he confirmed.
Also,
it.
dude, here's the other context. Dude, if she actually did like him and then he made her move like that, she probably would have fucked him. And it wouldn't have been. No, we never would have heard about it ever again.
She can't even take a kiss in the hand.
If she had feelings for him, I don't think we'd ever hear this story.
Oh no. Oh sure.
If he made the same move.
He's a fucking loser.
I tell you something. The best advice I ever got in life was from Married with Children. All right, and it's absolutely true. A girl knows she wants to bang you within the first 7 seconds of meeting you. All right, it's up to you to open all the locks after that. That's the rule of life. It works.
7
I'm telling you.
Rule? Goddamn.
No, she knows she wants to bang you. The only person that can blow it between that moment and the bedroom is you. So here's the thing. He wasn't picked. You know what I think a player is? A player is a guy who senses he was picked. I wasn't born with that. I don't know how much sex I blew. I was picked. I didn't even know the girl was into me. I've always had that problem, right? At least when I was a younger man. But that's the key. A player just knows he's been picked. That's it. It's a true. Look at all the broads in the chat. True. So you could be picked and say something or do something stupid. Like that's basically fucking up on the way to the bedroom. All right, that happens a lot. If you don't screw it, you're in for a blowjob. If you don't screw it up, you're in for a blowjob. And all the girls are saying true in the chat. Thank you very much, ladies. I'm much better in bed than every man here. Let me tell you.
Hookers are just the way to go, dude.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hookers are the way to go, man. It's very.
I got 20 years on you fuckers.
Dude, hookers are gonna. Dude, you think you can get away with the sexual assault allegations that like the fake ones if you get a hooker?
Hell yeah, bro! I got a
dude, they're gonna say you didn't pay them. They're gonna say that you didn't pay them, bro.
Bullshit! I have their W-8s. I fucking get receipts. I have bank transactions. They can't pull that shit on me. Fuck that.
Oh my god.
I get independent contractor forms, motherfucker.
Wang asks a good question in the chat though. He says, "Who's the weakest link of the Goon Squad?"
Bowblax. Most subs.
I can't believe. I can't make the joke because Aiden's underage, but Aiden is the weakest link in the Goon Squad. There's almost no redeeming qualities about Aiden. Aiden's actually one of the worst people I've ever met online. Yeah, like if there's like a fucking list of terrible people, I think it would be Aiden and then Repsion's alt account.
When I'm a billionaire, Nick, when I'm a billionaire and anyone who's ever nice to me gets a large cut of my money,
I was nice to you.
Yeah, that's cute that you think you're gonna be a billionaire when every video on the fucking channel is claimed.
Dude, Aiden, you gotta upload if you want to make money on YouTube, bro.
All right.
Revenue UMG.
Yeah.
You should re-upload the video you did on me. Get some money.
All right, let's
upload a video, even if it's a video of him taking a shit, dude. It would fucking get him money.
He wants to blow his brains
out. All right. Let's move on.
Yeah,
let's take a look at Ethan and Gila's take. What do you guys say?
2 hours in, we finally get to the title of
Here's
screen.
Gila's take. You know, Keemstar, you have been a bad boy for a long time, and we thought that this was the time, and you let us down. That's why.
This is why I can't fucking stand Tommy. Yo, Tommy, this is why I fucking can't stand you sometimes.
Why?
This is the guy who went on stream, right, and said the horse meme was too far. And then he just did a crude fucking voice impression of Ethan's wife.
That's as bad as calling her a horse?
Yes!
I would agree,
Yeah.
Wait, how is that as bad?
What? Wait, I didn't hear this. What?
You didn't hear my healer voice yet? I don't know.
Dude, that's fucking up. She has an accent. She's not from here.
No, I'm just doing the accent. How is that?
I know.
Listen, her native language is Hebrew. Obviously, she has an accent from the Middle East. That's fucked up.
I'm just talking like that.
Okay, Tommy. If I had an accent, if I was like talking like this the entire time in my YouTube career, would you fucking speak to me with an Indian accent? Oh, this is what my friend
Slim Jim right now in a Slurpee.
Oh, fuck off, Slim Jim and a Slurpee. Slim Jims fucking suck.
Yeah, I know. Tommy, I had a guy like that. I had an Indian guy who's like, Tommy, I know you stole my Slim Jims. What are you talking about? Your father, he come buy the sports paper every week. I tell him, you tell me where the Slim Jims are. I swear to God, I had it happen at 7-Eleven when I was a kid. I was like, what are you talking about? Steal Slim Jims. So you know what I started doing? I started stealing the Slim Jims. I didn't do it at first, but now I do.
Good one.
Slim Jims actually.
Yo, Tommy walks in at fucking 40 years old. Starts stealing the Slim Jims, bro.
I wonder if that guy's still there. It's in Highland Park, New Jersey. I should go.
You should do it. You should do it.
I should go.
You should do it. You should make it a video.
I don't think doing an imitate. Look. I do
Dude,
take
the
issue with
reason the
calling her a
joke
horse
works,
face.
nobody's calling her horse face. Keemstar's tweeting a picture of a horse, and Ethan adds his own context, which is driving him crazy.
Funny.
And it's funny because it's like a 10,000 IQ play. Hilo goes, well, why can't he just call me a horse? The reason he can't call you a horse is because you're fucking
The joke doesn't work.
Probably flag the tweet. No, because you'll probably flag the tweet.
Mayor of Ohio has the best one. He says today Tommy is probably shirtless with Joe Rogan paused right now.
Not.
Dude, that was the funniest experience of my life. I just jump in a chat. Tommy's shirtless watching Joe Rogan.
The best part was everyone was like, "Where's the video?" Like, what do you mean?
Nick thought I was recording.
Like Nick would just like
I know my fans are.
Nick would just open OBS and just record Tommy shirtless watching Joe Rogan and post it.
Well, you know the first thing I said, you better not be recording this.
Dude, why does everyone fucking record everybody? Jesus,
I guess that's what people do now.
You do, bro.
My fucking picture. I got Mudahar. Million sub guys tweeting my fucking fat ass all over the internet.
Listen.
You're the button recording it.
Oh, what do you mean? My photo was fucking perfect.
Hey, get the Wednesday chat. On that note, fuck you.
All right. Ethan
that
Klein.
was my favorite post.
Oh, let Augie.
Ethan Klein says Keemstar.
Sorry.
Hijack.
No, I'm chilling, dude. I don't give a fuck. But I didn't want to read this because it is the title of the stream.
It's 2 hours in.
2 hours in, we get to our first topic.
Dude, let's go.
All right, this is a new record. Anyway, Keemstar got his partner status back for 1 day. He's already a sexual assault apologist.
That's extreme.
Oh no, and Gila had to chime in as well. And this was the best thing. John Swan had a really funny tweet, but we'll show Gila's thing here. She says, "What a terrible and dangerous take. Victims of sexual assault already have a hard enough time speaking out, which with feelings of shame and guilt. The last thing we need is for someone like Keemstar to also criticize how they should have just said no. Fuck Keemstar."
Well, I got good news for you, Gila. She's not a victim. She's a cunt.
God damn it, Tommy. You're on meds
Bobby.
again. You're on pills, Tommy. I swear to God.
There's no way that's a sexual assault.
That's not assault. I feel totally, honestly, Mudahar, I'm dead serious. If I thought he grabbed her ass, I wouldn't be talking this way. Right. All right. But she's not a victim. And all the other shit's fucking hyperbole. But fucking that, I absolutely say without a doubt. If you don't like Keem's opinion, you don't like the way he presents it, I agree with him almost 100%. She's not a victim.
Okay, so here's my thing. I think her whole situation with read the whole post before I go on this.
Sure.
Tangent.
I read the whole post. I just was in a
okay.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if Tommy read the whole post, so maybe.
Oh, the twit longer?
Well, I don't know if it will change his mind. To be fair, but like maybe if he only knows about the hand kissing, because there's also like the side of
Dude,
the.
None of that shit fucking makes it different. None of that shit makes it different. We talked about it all on stream today.
Is she a sexual assault victim? Bowblax, let's put it this way. Is she a sexual assault victim? Okay, that's all you need.
My thing is clearly
I would never ever talk that way about a sexual assault victim.
This is where I tend to disagree. Like I think that she went through in her like mind. This was probably a fucking bad experience, and that to an extent I respect someone for that. Because listen, everyone's assault is different. Okay, like I'm not going to quantify that shit, but the thing about it is when I read the whole post, right, what I'm reading is a very very weird like sort of fucking disjointed fucking dude, okay, and I'm glad, I'm actually really glad this dude didn't go above and beyond, you know, like absolutely take something away from this woman that she could not take back. But at the same point, like this dude, I feel should have been kicked out months ahead of this shit.
That's I think they handled the whole situation poorly. If there's a problem in the workplace like that and she reports it, then it should have been handled. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Someone in the chat said, I think it's sexual harassment. Yeah, that's what I would consider it as well.
What is sexual harassment? Yeah, fuck that. No, I'm sorry. If I touch you in a place that's not inappropriate and you pull away and I don't do anything else, that's not sexual harassment. That's taking the hint. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I feel like this person was disjointed socially and he was put into this situation too, which I'm not blaming her for it. It's just like I feel like they should have. No, dude, this dude should have. No, I'm sorry. Let on. Here's the thing. I've been in situations where, like, it's very, like I said earlier, it's very easy to figure out verbally if a chick's into you. Fucking, you can figure out the vibe real quick. This dude is so fucking disjointed. I don't care about him being let on. He's just a fucking dumbass weirdo,
dude,
and he shouldn't have been there.
He should have,
dude. Fuck that. He should have fucked off and slept on the couch. This dude, nobody wanted him anyway.
In his own bed. It's like his house. He has his own bed, bro.
Dude, he frequently slept in his bed. It's totally possible that a person who's socially inept misread some signals.
Yeah,
especially at a young age.
For sure,
especially at a young age. That's all I'm trying to say.
For sure,
I think he thought he genuinely had a shot, realized he didn't, and didn't sexually assault her. That's why I'm so passionate about this.
I think we all have the same.
I actually take exception. He didn't take. There was no chance of him taking away anything from her. He's not.
We should have just banned
we don't know
alcohol
that.
weirdos and shit like that. We should. This is why like this dude shouldn't have fucking been near alcohol, and they should have just kept this dude out. Like I'm sorry, if you're in a house situation and it's a business, y'all motherfuckers need to be professional and socially up the order.
Dude, it doesn't even matter if it was sexual assault. If people aren't getting along in your team house, they shouldn't be there.
Well, you throw them out for not pulling his weight. You can throw them out for just being weird.
But you don't have to stage it as a Me Too allegation.
Yeah,
I've cut
agree.
people from the news team because they didn't fit in. I cut people from. because they just didn't fit in. I'm sorry, it's not working out. You're not a bad person.
Think they should have done? I think they should have. I think Offline TV should have made a statement like, "Hey, we're kicking Fed out of the house because of personal issues with."
He's not fitting in. That's it.
And just don't make it. Instead of making it a Me Too thing, twit longer. Make it. Hey, a statement that we're releasing this guy from.
Yeah, but these are celebrities. They have to make it something because they have to. The other way. How do I get views? How do I get likes? How do I get fucking dopamine? How do I get love? That's the best way to do it.
I think you're a little desensitized to the situation. If this girl feels she was sexually assaulted, I don't. Again, like that's her prerogative. She could totally.
Yeah,
feel
that is her prerogative.
Yeah, that's the respect I want to give her for sure.
Penguins raped me in 1992 when they knocked the Rangers out of the playoffs. Fuck off.
No, I give her respect for that, dude. If she feels she's assaulted, I'm gonna give her that fucking respect for it. Simple as that.
Me.
It's up to us to disagree with it, but I'm not going to call it a...
All right. Let's move on from this topic, though, because we've really been beating this down.
I think Talauna Jones said it perfect in chat. Just don't do influencer houses. Just don't.
Yes,
too
stop
much
shacking up with each other. This is how it always ends up.
Sex. Everyone is asexual.
Yeah, exactly. Stop having sex.
I'll say one more thing to end it off.
No more premarital sex, dude. Go back to the
one more thing to end it off. I think the only reason Wolfie Raps was thrown out of the Cloud House is because people found out.
All right.
What the fuck happened to when people snorted lines off hookers and just played blackjack? What the fuck?
That's rape now. If you snort a line, then you have to consent to that line.
Yeah. All right. Gentlemen.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically Ethan and Healer just using this as like,
holy fuck, Hila.
Look at this. So Hila
for Twitter replying your wife.
So Hila comes out with his take or whatever, and then Ethan says, "Holy fuck, Hila, I'm in awe of how perfectly you put this." And then
John Obama putting in trophy.
I really love the fucking. I love the responses that they get.
Wow,
I think
John
Keem and Ethan
banged.
both have the best.
It
fucking
did. That's funny, bro.
Can we just say, Ethan and Keem, whenever they do this shit, they always have the best responses in fucking Twitter threads?
Hell yeah.
Why do you think Ethan just move on, Muda?
Because I think he wants to platform.
He is so vengeful.
I think he wants it. Dude, he's just as revenge. He's so hell bent on revenge. He's becoming Keemstar.
He's a passive aggressive.
I agree.
He's a passive aggressive Keemstar.
No,
I wish personally Ethan would just move on from this whole thing.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just I think the smartest thing Keem did was just block Ethan.
That was smart.
Publicly.
Yeah, dude, he looks good every time he tweets now because it's like Keem's not replying to it, and Ethan is Ethan's like, yeah, the YouTube partner program, you're a real danger to it and all that stuff, and Keem's just completely ignoring it. The most volatile guy on the internet doesn't give a shit that you're going after him. It looks so bad,
dude. It's you gotta understand. I feel like with Ethan, I get what he wants to do. I think he believes that he's a fucking full threat to the system, and maybe the deplatforming, it makes sense to his head. You're just going about it the wrong way by constantly tweeting it out after a man's blocked you, because it doesn't look good publicly.
I don't have to hold anything, dude, on this fucking situation. This guy disagreed with me and insinuated I didn't like black people.
Let's get into that. Let's get into that.
Ethan replied
Let's
to
get
a
into
woman who
that.
said I was a fucking racist.
Yeah. Let's get into that. Gentlemen, let's get into that.
Let's read.
All right.
I want to get to that actually, because that's.
I need a gavel or something, order. Anyway,
I'm gonna say something, Augie.
Holy shit! Holy fucking shit!
I'm sending you this tweet. I'm telling you, read it. It's fucking Ethan, begging Slasher. What did he say? I can't see him. He blocked me just to prove.
Yeah. Read that. That's a good tweet. He's right.
Then we can end it here. There.
Yeah.
So I'm blocked. What did he say?
So Sasha, they're talking or whatever. I'm blocked. What did he say?
The pain of being blocked.
He can just look up. Does he not realize he can just pull up an incognito? It's not.
I think that tweet's so funny.
No, he has to look like the idiot that he is. 1,000 people like that. Didn't they even think it was pathetic?
Okay. Let's give Augie time to read out all the tweets. All
right, all you guys, shut the fuck up.
Give people context to what we're talking about. Yeah.
No, because this is really what I wanted to talk about when it comes to all of this. So last night I was out showing my friends. I grab my phone, I check it, I see what's going on, and then I see Ethan going at my boys, and and the ways in which he responded to these people was just not good. And I know people say all the time like, oh, Ethan is disingenuous or whatever. It really shined last night how, you know,
absolutely.
I was
just
so pissed when he went after Bowblax. Like
oh
that.
yeah,
read his fucking.
I'll go fuck myself. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, here. Well, we'll get to you in a second. Hold your horses. You're like fucking like.
Well, I know Nick.
Ha! See what I did there? Anyway, Ethan wrote, Keemstar victim shaming equals cool. Ethan calling it out equals enemy of the free world. Commentary community in a nutshell. Going after Nick Diorio simply for saying the deplatformers do not rest. Let me check. Yeah, my entire channel just got demonetized. I couldn't give a fuck about your petty feud. You're the guy who needed to cut the Twitter video to make it look worse than it was. You retweet any allegation against him without vetting a single allegation. Don't talk down to me. Maybe start by responding to your 2-hour-long videos myself and Zapped I made of just instead of just writing them off as regurgitated arguments.
Dude, I was 9 shots in at Dublin Deck when I saw that fucking thing hit my timeline. I had no fucking idea how to respond to that tweet. Also, I made a quote tweet response first that said like, what a cuck, and that one got 400 likes.
Dude,
I was annihilated.
Well, Bowblax goes here and he's... Well, real fast, quickly.
Okay, I was gonna say, I like how like Nick goes like super hard on Ethan and he doesn't like care too much. Like he did quote tweet, but that's about it. And then like I do one little tweet just trying to like, you know, calm the storm a bit, and Ethan like goes full berserk on me. Like I'm not trying to be an asshole and Ethan goes after me. Nick's trying to be an asshole, it gets ignored.
Dude,
I'd hate to argue with Nick. He'd put out a receipt from his big fucking file. I'd hate to argue with him online. I wouldn't quote tweet Nick. Fuck that.
Well, look what Ethan writes here. He says, so when he's talking to Bowblax, he says you should probably be more concerned with Keemstar sending hate to a victim while admitting he didn't even read the whole thing. Then my tweet.
A victim of what?
Wait. Where did Keem admit he didn't read the whole thing?
In the video.
He said he only read 10% of like the...
So here he is like literally just like shutting down Bowblax's argument immediately by just saying like, oh, well, you don't care about the victims. And if you think that's as bad as it gets, let's take a look at this tweet right here. Remember the crazy person we looked at in the first part of the stream? Hey, guess what? She's back. And I guess she unblocked me too.
It comes full circle.
Yeah, I guess she unblocked me too because her tweet's loading. But yeah, it comes full circle here.
Racism if you can't see this right.
Now look at this tweet right here. She says, "Cute. Nick's just finding out that he has issues with black people. I mean, it's not like he's supposed. It's not like he supported his friends." Anti-black racism and mocked 2 black women for calling it out. But sure, you have no issue with us. Now, not only does Ethan reply to this tweet right here, he likes it right here. So that means he endorses. He agrees with it.
No. I don't think a like is an endorsement. I think responding, saying that with me and Keemstar together is an endorsement. I see this as an endorsement. Yes, I do.
I think the like, he agrees with it. He likes it.
Dude, he found a fucking tweet that had like 1,000 likes.
And to remind the chat, the
like
reason he's calling Nick racist is because he didn't call me out for me liking a tweet where Leafy said the N-word.
It's funny because, by the way,
I want to take something away from her. I want to take something away from her. She says that I went after 2 women of color. One of them being Queen McDarry, who requested child porn as evidence from Mr. Repsion's girlfriend, who I wouldn't respect no matter what. And the other woman of color is her. I just want you to know, lady, I have no fucking idea what
Who sent the folder?
I don't know what race you are. I saw your fucking Twitter icon. I didn't even click on
Indian.
it. You're literally just a name on a keyboard. I would have never known who you are. I still really don't know who you are, and I think a lot of my audience won't ever either. You called yourself a content creator, and the only content you create is looking through Twitter advanced search. You don't even make money off of it. You're pathetic.
Can I just say for the Can I say for the record, Nick, if you wanted to really clap back, you should have just sent a screenshot of Keem blocking you on Twitter. Be like, wait, what friend?
Well, he follows. Well, he doesn't follow me, but he doesn't have me blocked at the moment.
No.
But no, look at how he shuts down every single. Look at how he shuts down every single argument. Look at how he shuts down every single argument. It's always like, oh, you don't care about the victims. Oh, you don't like black people. Oh, you're a Keemstar fan. You know, like everything but the point that's being addressed. And that's what you see. That's what you call dishonesty right here. And it's the reason why, you know, I said before, I was like, yeah, I'd like to sit down and have a conversation with Ethan. I don't want to anymore. You know why? Because he's fucking dishonest. He's just going to tell you what you want to hear at the time, then he's going to turn around and say something different. That's what he is. So, and I saw somebody on Twitter who was like, you guys twist every single thing against the mental gymnastics you do to go against Ethan. What mental gymnastics? Because what I'm looking at the screen is just, it's dishonest, it's disgusting. And it's so easy to point out his deflection tactics and how he, responds to situations, the clips that he takes out of context in his videos. And, if it wasn't apparent like a month ago, what are you looking at now?
Yeah, he's just obsessed with people being on like Keemstar's side to the point where he will ignore all arguments to just be like, "Oh, you're on Keem's side." Because there was a tweet I was reading on my channel earlier where Ethan basically said that Gamer from Mars's documentary on Basherverse was questionable because he's friends with Keem. He deducted that he's friends with Keem based off a DM that they had between each other and the fact that they follow each other. It's just like. He just thinks anyone who's against him is a Keem follower, and then he brings up Keem's flaws to debunk.
I just thought of something.
It's just so dumb, man.
Hey, Ethan, I think you're the platformer. Stop being a transphobe. It's like his argument, Yo,
no, but what's funny is like there's a fucking thing of me being called a racist by this fucking stupid bitch with no fucking evidence to back it up, and Ethan just responds by co-signing it with a picture of myself and Keemstar, who said the N-word multiple times. That's how I interpret it. So what does it mean when we have a picture of you and Susan Wojcicki talking about creator-on-creator harassment? If that's
Nick, that's conspiratorial thinking. You can't say that.
Yeah, doing the same thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, what does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you gonna fucking get my channel fully removed out of the fucking YouTube partner program?
Hey,
maybe he's trying to highlight.
Dude, I made a video on him a week later. Every video I ever had went into limited ad state. You don't think that's
funny.
A result of making.
I did a stream shitting on him. No. I did a stream shitting on him, and the next day my whole channel got taken off. So isn't that kind of funny?
A thing I do want to say, he had the time to go to Nick's Instagram and get that picture, but he never had the time to look at Nick's channel and realize Nick has made a video on Keem that has.
No, he did.
Yeah.
He did. It's in the content, Nuke. He sourced me.
Yeah, I think maybe here he's just trying to like show the irony of like how people reply to his tweets with Susan. Like
that's such a bullshit narrative. It's such a bullshit narrative though because Nick is willing to Nick doesn't hate Keem, but he's also willing to criticize Keem. But Ethan's acting like Nick's a Keem suck up. Like
I literally criticized Keem in my H3 series. I put there's the segment on
you
Tom's
criticized
channel
me, and I thought you were a dick, dude. You criticized me.
In that same video, dude. In the video with Tom, I spent the first half fucking insulting Mudahar, and I spent the second half insulting Keemstar. What a biased asshole I am! I barely levied any criticisms towards Ethan in that entire video.
Hey guys,
I actually cried when he mentioned me in the video a little bit.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm gonna call it a night.
Take care, Tommy. Thanks for coming on.
Nice seeing all you.
He's like, thank God, I can get back to my show.
Yeah, I know. That's part of it. That's the other reason I'm doing it. I feel bad for Augie.
Hey, I'm just chill. I'm just chilling. Look, you guys are taking the work off my end. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's your show, buddy. And you have a great birthday, man.
Thank you. It's been fantastic so far.
All right, brother.
There's somebody in the comments who's like, H3 is jealous of Keem. It's hilarious. H3 thought he had the high ground against Keem. But here's the thing. He had the high ground against Keem. It's just like, I feel like it's just a bunch of flubbed football players. You know what I mean? Like, every time you have the chance, you fuck it up a little bit.
I think the best example of this is the Leafy stuff. Because Leafy basically said, without any proof, like, hey, I think H3 is the reason my videos got, like, removed. And Ethan could have been like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Lol. But instead he's like, and nothing of value was lost, which completely fucked him.
I mean, if I was H3 in that moment and Leafy said that about me publicly, I would have been like, lol, look at this no-chin retard, GG.
Yeah,
and just laughed it off. Laughing
that's what he should have done, bro.
Yo, Internet Unwind just sent me a tweet from Starkilla that says, I call it the Keem slide. Did I just say a person's name? I didn't say it. I just retweeted it. Other people might call that a bitch move, but I call it the Keem slide. You know what he's saying there? I didn't say it. Somebody else said it. I just liked the tweet. I never called anybody. Like, I don't know. If someone were to say, I don't know.
Dumb, dude.
Yeah, but Ethan liked that tweet, so I would call that a cosign. So what? Ethan,
I say if you like a tweet, that is indicative that you agree with what the tweet is saying.
Yeah, but he liked a tweet talking about how people often like tweets and say they never explicitly said it.
Yeah.
I'm racist for liking Leafy's N-word tweet.
I agree with Levy saying the N-word though. That's the difference.
Dude, oh god, we didn't even mention the best part. The reason, like, he didn't even know why I was being called a racist by that girl when he responded to it. And the reason was because I follow Bowblax and I didn't call him out. Ethan also follows Bowblax and also didn't call him back. So the racist out, and also has said the N-word. So everything that she's applying to me, because I haven't said the N-word publicly, but everything she's applying to me is also applicable to him.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful how that works out. Let me get through some super chats here. Let's see. Ms. Hister1 says, Muda outed Augie as hashtag butt pirate for Fed. That is cringe. Gaming Otter through 5 says, Tommy C with the sex advice. In the gay world, hooking up is super easy. Pretty much just lock your eyes and that's it. 80 user.
Like fucking Pokemon or something?
Alright. 80 user through 30 says, happy birthday, kid. Go get yourself a video game. Very generous. Thank you very much.
That would be a really awkward episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Kiro through 3 says, this whole hashtag Me Too thing reminds me of the Ministry of Love from 1984. Eventually, sex or sexual thoughts will end up illegal. Hopefully, we won't have agents wearing red scarves around their waists.
Is that what Tro said that?
No, Kiro. Tro? What the fuck are you listening to?
Bro, dude, the right opinions here, bro. He's like,
the based opinion, bro. The based opinion.
You know, he really is the right opinion. Anyway. Laughing Kuru through 5 says, Ethan, Keem spreads false allegations. Also, Ethan, you're a racist for liking a tweet. You're a racist for not calling him out. Pro Jared's a sex offender. Michael Jackson is a pedo. I don't care the evidence showing I'm an idiot. I'm right.
Oh yeah, he did call Michael Jackson a pedo.
What was it? Wait, what was Ethan's reasoning on Michael Jackson being a pedo?
Oh, he watched a documentary.
The documentary.
Oh,
that documentary was so incredible.
Yeah, he watched it, and then he's like, dude.
So
he went on the podcast. He's like, dude, Michael Jackson raped a bunch of kids, bro.
The fact he didn't do any research, the nanny who was testifying in there literally got fired by Michael Jackson before he died for stealing from him. So obviously she'd say like I just don't think you should badmouth somebody after they died. Like, they can't defend themselves.
Hitler was never mind.
Dude, I can't believe, it fucking rattles me to the core that he didn't read Michael Jackson's full twit longer.
Yeah.
I hate
Michael Jackson had a really good twit longer.
Illa, it rattles me to the core.
Alright, Phil called the Oreo Destroyer through 732 says, happy birthday, Augie. Great stream for being base and a Chad to them e-girls, but also Nick DiOrio is fat, tubby boy who eats too much Oreos and strokes his ego too much. Hashtag cancel Oreo, hashtag get Nicholas DiOrio laid.
I agree.
I do that myself.
I can get him laid, baby.
Wait, what is this?
Do you kiss their hand first, bro?
I'm gonna kiss his hand first so hard.
Yo, get over here, my lady.
I'm getting word that okay, you guys are gonna have to you guys are gonna have to explain this because you guys keep talking about this Starkilla guy and I know nothing about him. I will say this. He did comment on one of my videos the other day.
Was the one who did that?
He commented on one of my videos the other day, and he was like, "Hey Augie, I like your videos. Thanks for not like shitting on me or basically." And I was like, "I don't even know who you are." But apparently, I'm getting word that him and Ethan might be watching. I don't know. But let me read this.
I mean, they might be. Yeah,
mad respect to some ordinary gamers for defending Gila and Augie's live stream. I know making fun of her accent was just a joke, but I respect you for not letting it slide. Oh my god!
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When Tommy came out with that, I was like, bro, I know Eli. She's from fucking Israel. That's such
get that screenshot off your screen. Get that screenshot off your screen. I'm sending you a better one. I'm sending you a better. Take that shit off your screen right now.
Why?
Hold on.
Why are you like freaking out right now?
Dude,
I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy. Wait. Hold on, this is the funniest thing ever. Where the fuck is my screen? I have to fucking turn off my Xbox monitor to get this screenshot and send it to you. This is amazing. Oh, gee, dude, I'm getting maladied right now. Holy crap.
What are you on about? Why are you like
Why are you having like
you're like chimping out right now. You're like, get it off, get it off the screen, get it off the screen.
Augie, shut the
Swear to God, dude, he's like the Dr. Disrespect of tweets right now.
Bro. Bro, look at it. Put this on the fucking screen. Put it on the screen.
Okay.
What? Alright, this tweet you sent me?
Yeah.
What happened?
He doesn't know, dude.
He doesn't know.
I doubt Ethan's watching the stream.
Dude.
That's fucking funny as fuck. Holy shit.
You're such a fucking loser.
What did he say? He blocked me. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? What did he say?
God damn it, dude.
You need to be committed to a mental hospital.
What did he say?
Dude, I'm gonna be real, Nick. You had that hyped up a little bit for me, man. I thought it was gonna be some damage shit.
Nick does that a lot.
Bro, chat loves it, dude. Chat loves it. I'm sorry. Oh god.
Dude, Nick does that a lot. He like it's like
yeah,
he's about
dude.
to...
Nick is always like, "This is gonna be really big," and then he shows, and it's just like, okay.
Swear to God, dude, he's gonna be the guy who's
all
like,
the time,
it's like if this is like the Dr. Disrespect drama right now, that like a mini version of it, and it turned out Dr. Disrespect was jaywalking.
Dude,
a source gave me some groundbreaking news. Can't elaborate. You'll find out about it soon.
Dude, you're gonna get strongly worded DMs.
Don't worry, guys. I've done damage control for the stream. All right, the statement's up.
Are you preparing to be demonetized?
Guys, I sold Nick too much of my Adderall.
We're all good here. I just made sure the statement is clear. Okay.
Oh my God,
Augie's just like fucking ready to get root killed.
Yeah, dude, he just wants to get canceled.
I'm sorry, I can't be.
How is that bad? It's positive.
I can't be on a Zionist stream. I'm gonna.
Good one. All right, more donations.
That's the guy who brought up Israel like 2 streams ago.
All right, Starkilla through 10 says Mutahar didn't have my back. He is a traitor for not defending his Muslim brother. I don't think that's the real Starkilla.
What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Brown, same thing. If I look at them and they're brown, they must be Muslims.
Okay, all right.
That's not my quote. That's Don't take that out of context. That's not my statement. That is mocking people.
Repsion's alt account wrote unfollowed on my tweet.
I love how he's been getting involved in so much drama that like isn't related to him. Like
I know, right?
Somehow managed to bring him into everything. He's literally a guy whose name you searched up on YouTube.
No, we're not going into the origin story. Shut up, Aiden.
Okay, all right.
Best birthday stream ever. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I didn't think a birthday stream would go this way. Hey, make sure you're hitting like on that. Oh man, Starface calling. Yeah, let's go. I want to talk to. Oh, we can do. Whoa! Pause the lines. Ethan Klein just donated 5. What did Augie say? I'm blocked. Oh my God. No. Oh, what did he say? What did he say? Hey, Starkiller, if you're watching, yeah, Colin. I have no idea who you are. But let's talk.
Oh, he's the guy who you know that guy who made like a debunk video of Gokunaru's video?
I know that he did that. I just never watched it.
I get first question.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to ask him. I just want to talk to him. I have no idea who he is.
I have a great question. I've been waiting to ask him this for a while.
Nick's gonna explode on this man, bro.
No, I have one question. That is it.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I know he's been fighting with you guys, but I haven't really looked into it at all. I just don't really care.
Just defending Ethan really hard because he.
I've been playing Modern Warfare the entire time we've been doing this, and I'm so depressed that I have Piccadilly. No, don't play Warzone
with him.
Don't play Warzone with him.
Fuck off!
Here's the,
Wait, why
not
you?
Don't play Warzone with
Aiden.
Okay,
yeah,
don't do that.
Dude, don't mention Warzone around Aiden, bro.
So
yeah, they don't
funny.
like to see me have any joy in life.
Yeah, no, it's actually one of the top 10 deadly sins is to let Aiden have fun. All right, I put a link in the chat if Starkiller wants to come in.
I'll add him on Twitter. What's his thing?
That'd be good.
Underscore Starkiller?
He's the Starkiller. He got the @, bro.
He is the Starkiller or the underscore Starkiller?
I think it's underscore Starkiller.
Underscore?
Oh, yeah, dyslexia, whatever.
Oh, Starkiller.
Better than the stuff Keem said.
Wait. We got more donations.
Hobophobic?
Ethan Klein just tossed 333. I don't like giving out money, but I wanted to make sure you notice this message. Screw all of you. I'm not coming on your show. If you want to be on your show, you should have thought of that before becoming racist BFS with Keem. Oh, and screw Dioria.
Yeah, these are definitely not fun.
Starkiller through 5 says, how do I call in?
Bro,
oh.
All right,
Yeah.
you're just fucking with us. That's also definitely not him, but I'm gonna keep spamming the link in the chat.
No, I think it is actually.
I mean,
don't
I
know.
can get him in here. Do you have him on DMs? I can get him in here.
Oh,
You
yo,
want
big
him, Rick?
flex over here from Million Sub YouTube. Yo, you
Oh,
should really come on this. I think I got the pull to get Starkiller in this one.
Dude, I got the pull to get Starkiller.
Well, you want me to get him in here? I can message him.
Dude,
If
Nick's
you guys
like
want.
a part of the mafia.
He's the commentary mafia, dude. I don't
God,
fuck
that's
with Nick
the
just
other
'cause
one.
of that.
Yeah, you're fucking with the mob.
The Mafia,
Oh, the Ice
Goon
Poseidon?
Squad, the Legion.
You're fucking with the mob over here.
We should like make a Goodfellas parody one day where we're just like fucking burying some
Oh,
dude
yeah,
from that
okay.
one scene.
Whoa, we
Yo,
just got
big
$5
donation.
from the state of Israel. Be careful with what you say. Okay, the Soros game.
I'm
Good
not-
one. Good
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Good one.
I
Good.
was the one that donated that.
Shut up, Aiden. Why would you admit that? Why would you
I
say that
swear
on
to God,
stream?
Why would
Aiden,
you
you're-
say that?
Why would
I
you?
swear to God, you are the one fucking.
You guys are literally like, oh my god.
cringe.
This is what happens every time. Like, I'll make a slightly edgy joke, and then you guys will just like bust through the door and just take it like 3,000 years.
Yeah.
More.
Chat goes, Nick
I'm
argues too
part Jewish,
emotionally.
so I can do it.
How come you say Nick wins in such a weird context?
Good one. Good one, bro.
Oh, it caught me
Yeah,
up.
go ahead and jerk yourself off a little more, why don't you?
I'm Nicholas Dioro. I'm always
Dude.
right. Oh my god.
My name is Nicholas
Yo, I got my
Diorio.
Pokimane body pillow in my fucking Twitch house, dog.
Do you got a
Oh.
body pillow of yourself at this point?
Yo,
Literally.
Dude, I
Yeah.
immolated my own hand today, dude.
Yeah.
You know how
Dude, don't
old-
kiss your own hand, bro.
Old like Renaissance mansions have like these big portraits of like kings and stuff. Nick would just have one of those of himself, just hanging in his room over a fireplace.
It's
My
funny.
name is Nicholas Diorio.
They want to send the. He wants the link Starkiller, by the way. So,
yeah. This is already going fantastic.
Haven't we already
Can
sent him the
you-
link like 50
Can you-
times?
Wait, hold on. Can you DM me the? Or wait, can you DM me the link on Twitter, Nick, and I'll just send it to
Yeah.
him through my phone.
Yes, I will. Of course, I will. For you, Mudahar.
Watch. You
You
know
can
what's
use that
cute,
big
dude.
gamer YouTube clout to get me to send you.
You know
that.
what's gonna happen is Starkilla's gonna come on and he's gonna be on like mobile and the connection's gonna be shit and then his internet's gonna go out.
Dude, I just know it. I just know it. The way he already can't find the link in the YouTube chat tells me this is gonna go fast.
We spam it like 50 times. Where's the link?
Dude, his power is gonna go out.
Dr. Disrespect got banned for kissing Twitch staff's hand. Shocking if true.
I swear to God, I want him to get banned for jaywalking. I want him to be that fucking stupid.
Just to kill all the hype.
Because if he gets banned for jaywalking, I'll make a video of myself jaywalking in my city, and I'll be like, "Fucking ban me, YouTube, right now, right fucking now."
I mean, don't underestimate it. Onision's gonna go to jail for jaywalking.
Good
Dude,
one.
he jaywalks at the nude beach.
Oh my god.
That was so that was so weird.
Mudahar,
Dude.
we haven't talked about that. How did you like the nude beach reference?
Oh, I was, dude, I was there for the whole call. He's a fucking idiot.
Oh god.
That dude,
He manages
dude,
to argue with the one guy who somehow makes him the most hated person on the internet look better. I like, how do you do that?
H3 just threw one, says, don't make me mad, Augie. Also, I don't like Nick's toxic masculinity. Yep. What can we say?
Thanks for showing
That's a
everyone how
funny way of-
masculine I am.
That's a
Nick,
funny
can
way
you
of
prove
saying
you're
it,
not
man.
manspreading right now? Would you be willing to show us your
Don't.
fraternity
You don't-
website?
If you don't wear a cock cage right now, you're getting canceled.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, dude.
Where's Starkilla?
I just sent him the link.
I'm getting bored.
Yo. Oh god. Dude,
Dude,
I
finally,
was the
just ring
fucking
the bell.
weirdo who went to a Halloween party in a Trojan Magnum condom outfit one time.
Good one.
Would believe that.
Well,
Dude,
I
it was
mean,
the funniest
you're walking
fucking
in
thing.
protected.
Bro, you want to hear, like, actually, while we're waiting for Starkiller, you want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
So, I literally, to a frat party, I wore a gigantic Trojan Magnum condom wrapper. It's like a costume that they sell on Amazon. And I, like, fucking pinned a rows of condoms to my arms and shit like that. So it was, like, a whole costume. It wasn't just, like, the thing. And some girl, like, I had, like, some in my pockets, and I was just handing them out as we were going. And some girl walks up to me and fucking rips one off my arm instead of asking me nicely for it. And she happened to take the one that had the fucking pin in my arm. So she took a condom with a hole in it.
Ah.
Oh my fuck!
Oh,
so I'm like, yeah, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't have ruined my Halloween costume, bitch. Enjoy your child. And then obviously she didn't get pregnant, but I was like, I tried to like stop her. Obviously,
and that was the story of how that person was conceived.
Nick was her godfather.
Nick's like, hey, you guys want to hear the funny story? He just talks about like this story, like, yeah, I stealthed a girl once.
no, dead ass. Somebody walked up to me, he goes, yo, can I get one of those? I'm like, yeah, sure. He goes, you got anything smaller?
Aww.
Aww. You got anything smaller, dude?
It's not part of the costume.
You got the size versions?
It's fucking AIDS. I just got
Weenie Hut Juniors.
I will never not find SpongeBob funny.
The first 2 seasons, not the later ones. Where's Starkilla? I'm getting bored.
Yeah,
yeah, send him the...
He's creating his Discord account right now.
Yeah, you know what? Every time somebody tells
people like don't have Discord.
No. All these people are like, I'm like, hey, call in. Oh, I don't have a Discord account. I don't believe
Dr.
you.
Disrespect doesn't have a Discord anymore.
I don't believe. Anyone who says
what tweet?
The tweet that hit like it was like a trending thing on the YouTube, on the Twitter page. Iran issues arrest warrant for President Trump over Qasem Soleimani killing. Iran has issued an arrest warrant for President Trump, Dr. Disrespect, and 35 others over the killing of top general Qasem Soleimani, who was requesting Interpol for help.
That was fake.
Is that fake?
Yeah,
Is
it was
that fake?
Wait,
fuck.
I know what you're talking about. It was fake.
I was like, dude, that's why he's banned.
Oh, we just got a donation from Dan from the H3 podcast. He says, no, little boys, you don't get to speak to my king. Ethan is a holy soldier in a war against the literal devil that is Keemstar. Papa bless, Dan out.
Dude, Dan out, dude. That's what he says.
That was almost cringy enough for me to believe that was actually Dan.
I fully believes through.
The alleged Ethan donation of $333. I actually believed it for a minute.
Oh, my ass, you did, Aiden.
No, I did, unironically.
You're a fucking
I'm that
idiot.
much of an idiot.
Aiden, you're a fucking idiot.
I don't know, man. I mean, Aiden had some good points. I remember watching a video with him where he's like, you know,
oh yeah, I remember
definitely another side.
Tigos just said Starkiller is in the server on mobile. How does he know?
Because it will show the mobile icon. Oh, he's in there. Let's bring him in.
There we go.
Starkiller, you're on the air.
Yo.
I got one question for you. Yo, one question for you.
Whoa. Can I say hello first?
Okay, yeah, sure.
What's going on, guys?
Man, what's up, man? I don't really know you. I don't really know you too well, but I understand that you're not happy with, I guess, Nick Diorio.
I think most of us actually.
I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time?
Yeah. I just said I don't know you, but I know you have an issue with Nick Diorio, so you kind of want to.
I do not have an issue with him. I feel like anytime I tweet anything, he goes a little berserk. But I'm sorry I'm sorry if I come off that way. I really don't intend to be that way.
You don't? All right.
Yeah. But no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. So what do I think about black people?
Okay. So in that instance, what I was saying was when you guys all jump on everything I say, and I appreciate how you guys have each other's backs. I think you guys should have each other's backs. But you specifically have to, you take away from everything that someone else is saying in terms of the sexual assault in that situation. Now, with me saying the black people thing, I did not call you a racist, even though you tweeted that multiple times. I never said you were a racist. That was just, that was me trolling.
What?
What the fuck? Oh, he fell out. He fell out.
Hold on, guys, hold on.
He fell out because of mobile.
I will give him. Hold on, guys. I will give a moderator role, and then that won't happen. Starkiller, hop back in there. I swear to God, why does every single person? I don't give a fuck. What is he gonna do? Delete my server in front of me? Like that would be a fucking story. All right, Starkiller, are you there?
Yeah, mobile sometimes does that.
Yeah, I just gave you mod, so that shouldn't happen. Go.
No problem.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know where it cut out.
You cut out
were
like
answering about the black. Like, what do you think of black people comment?
You said that we were minimizing the situation around sexual assault and that we weren't taking your entire point seriously.
Yeah, and as I said previously, I feel like everyone else is able to have a civil conversation about it. It's okay if we disagree. Me and Gokunaro don't agree, but we become good friends. For some reason, Nick, I feel like you take shit way too personally. You get really...
Well, Starkiller,
really
I don't want to be your friend. What do you want me to be?
That's fine. You don't have to be my friend. That's fine. But, you know, if you're going to snap about everything I say, I might as well fuck with you a little bit is the way I looked at it.
So you're fucking with me by saying it's clear how you guys feel about black people.
No. It's about the way of you saying that Ethan's a hypocrite, and your proof for something like, oh, but he didn't say the name. He didn't say the name. It's just me trying to dish it back to you.
Yeah, I get it. So I have an issue with minorities.
What?
Yeah, no. So
I'm saying based on how you
address your argument, so it's clear how I have an issue with minorities. That's what you're saying.
No. Based on how you form an argument against Ethan, one can interpret the same thing about you. And it's not.
So by saying that, you're going to make a comment about how I don't like black people.
Did I say you don't like black people? Is that what I said?
It's clear how you guys feel about black people.
So wait. What about the first one when you went on a tyrant on Twitter? You went crazy because I tweeted something without saying no one's name. I said edgy channels who use the N-word, and then you flipped the hell out.
Because it was so obvious you were talking about Turkey Tom, and I didn't flip the hell out. I replied to you. Do you not want me to reply to you? Do you not want like any sort of exposure? Like, is it an inconvenience that it's a bigger? Like, I'm not even that much bigger than you. I'm only a 35K YouTuber.
That's fine, and I apologize. I should not have phrased that. I'm learning as I go along. But at the same time, I don't think that you should have flipped down the way you did.
Wait. Can we see the tweet where Nick flipped out?
Yeah. Can somebody pull that up?
Yeah. I want to get like full context because I don't know the whole situation.
Starkiller, you retweeted a tweet saying that he has issues with black people, like blatantly, just flat out saying it.
One of the tweets that said that.
That one that Ethan replied to.
Wait,
he retweeted a tweet that said. Sorry, continue.
When I'm being dogpiled by multiple large channels, yeah, I didn't just pull that out of my ass. I've seen multiple things. That was just one that came up that messaged me that I retweeted.
Okay, so you made a statement about how I how I have an issue with black people. That was something you definitely made a statement about, like in multiple different contexts. So we can totally write that down that you made that comment in some way, shape, or form.
Well, I'm saying that you minimize any criticism of you, or minimize anything about going against
criticism and hating black people are like two completely different roads.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Proceed. I don't know why it's cutting out on me.
I'm saying, like, if you're making an argument that I can't take criticism, and your response is to say I have an issue with minorities, it's like that's not criticism. I don't have to take that. I blocked you for that.
No.
I think that's totally fair to block you for it.
When I'm talking to someone else about sexual assault, and you are going against it, saying that it doesn't matter what that has to do with. We're talking about some YouTube drama about Keem and Ethan. That's what I'm saying, is that you take away from the bigger problem.
Dude, you're the guy who said that Bowblax responding to Ethan Klein was like, I would like to find the quote so I don't take it out of context here. This is a comment you made to Bowblax.
Yeah,
bro, you completely ignored what he was saying and you defended Keem. I'm sorry if that happened to your family, but using it in this situation is equivalent to saying I'm not racist, I have black friends. Your actions show different from what you're claiming you care about. So in this context of this tweet, Bowblax is saying, like, you're saying I don't care about victims. I'm sorry, I have to put this in context, Bowblax, but my mother and sister were raped. So rape is something that, like, I take very seriously.
Yeah, I do.
So how do you go from two of my immediate family members were raped to I have a black friend. I could say the N-word, dude.
I mean, to add to that too, I personally believe that sexual assault in that context is more damning than just racism, really, in my opinion. Like, I mean, racist beliefs, to be honest, like racism, saying the N-word, things like that, you know, that is very, very small in comparison to an actual, like, rape of someone's family members, or, you know, in that situation, right? Like, I feel like that one in particular is just way more damning.
Right, and I put a follow-up tweet, and I told, and Bowblax, I'm telling you now, man to man, I apologize for saying if. If my intent in saying if wasn't questioning whether it was true or not. And I said that multiple times. I was not saying what I meant if. When I said if, what I meant was if, meaning I didn't know. Meaning I didn't know prior. You know, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not,
yeah, I understand, man. It's all good.
The issue is, like, I'm trying to say the same thing that Bowblax is trying to say, but I just said it meaner. So that means I have a problem with black people.
Yeah, can I say something here real quick? So someone in the chat also brought it up. you retweeted a tweet like as if you endorsed it that said, Nick's just finding out that he has issues with black people. I mean, it's not like he supported his friend's anti-black racism and mocked 2 black women for calling it out, but sure, you've no issue with him. And the tweet you retweeted was a woman calling Nick racist. As if you endorsed it. So do you believe that Nick hates black people?
No, I don't believe any of you guys hate black people.
So why would you say
No. Listen, it's because when Nick said something along the lines of H3 fans are just pulling stuff out of the sky now. They're just, and like I said that just to pull it out of nowhere. I'm saying that it didn't come out of nowhere. There are people that do believe that.
Okay, but like they don't have to sort evidence, like they don't have to like source evidence, and you don't have to either.
And you know, and you're right. Whenever I do retweet something, this is still a learning process for me. I don't know if you guys know, I am super new, but yeah, I understand that whenever I retweet something, I am endorsing it, and you're 100% right on that. So I should be more cautious about it, especially if I'm being involved with bigger channels. But I wasn't.
Right. So then you know why I have an issue with you.
100%. I do not blame you 100% for having an issue with me. What about prior to that though? What about prior to that?
Do we have that tweet? I want to see that one because I don't even remember the context of it. Does anyone like? I can scroll through, but does anyone?
What tweet are you looking for?
He made a Twitter video about Turkey Tom. And,
all right, I'll get it.
Anything you want me to pull up and show on screen, I'll do.
I'll DM the video to you when I find it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it. Twitter, not Starkilla.
I mean, I'll say this much from somebody who was kind of like detached. I was working on a project during that entire thing, so when I saw that tweet that you made, Starkilla, immediately, right? Like when I saw it in the threads and everything, I immediately assumed, like looking at the tweet, that the intention was to paint Nick as a racist when I think that was, yeah, while I understand like now, maybe that's not the intent for sure. It's just, it comes off that way so hard to like somebody who just immediately opens up a thread, you know?
Augie, I DM'd it to you.
No.
I understand. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. And Nick, I apologize. I'm not, you know, you don't have to like me, but I apologize if for doing that.
Here, actually, let me walk you through this one.
Go ahead.
What were your biggest issues in like the videos that me and Tom made specifically? Because this is gonna like, because I can walk you through what I did, and I want like you to know what is my big bias point here. Is my bias on Twitter or is my bias in my videos, or both?
Wait, you're talking about like in reference to Ethan?
Yeah, in this drama, the one we're talking, like, where is my bias?
No, listen, I'm completely fine with you not liking Ethan. I like I said, in the situation with me and Gokunaro, like we became cool throughout the whole thing. And I still disagree with half the stuff he said. But what I'm saying is that every time Ethan says anything, I feel like he's just dogpiled. It's just like without mercy. I feel like
but do you not notice that that's what he does in every aspect of anything Keem says to anybody else? That he's getting to the point where he's like responding to Slasher, asking him what Keemstar said so he can comment about it on his own profile. Do you not see like he's dragging this entire situation out right now to the point where it, like, and he's obviously going for the platform.
Right.
He's talking about the YouTube partner program and stuff like that. He's using every fucking fabric of his persona here to try to do as much damage as possible. Is it not fair to have people not agree with that?
Give him a taste of his own medicine.
Listen, let me say this. If Ethan was to ask me personally, do I think he should go on or just drop it? I would tell him, yeah, I think he should just drop it. I think it's a smart business move, okay? But I can't speak from Ethan's point of view. Keem has been just picking at him for I can't even recall how long it's been. Every time someone says anything, I'm not surprised. Yep, this seems like H3. And then the horse memes, like, bro, that's his wife. Like, I can't speak for him because I don't know how I would react in that situation. You know, maybe it is just old-fashioned, just vengeance at this point, but I can't blame him for it because look how hard Keem goes.
You know. Okay, fine. I'm gonna tell you this much, Starkiller. So with Ethan, Len, Keem, I am actually cool with both of them. Full transparency is like I'm really cool with Keem. Like he's a friend of mine,
right?
And with Ethan, I'm cool with him too. Like me and him don't have like an issue or anything of the sort. When I see Ethan get into these fights with Keemstar, right? Obviously, there's an issue of like personal stuff coming out of it. Do you think that it would be better if Ethan just like brushed it off, completely ignored. Also, just blocked Keem, like just completely got rid of him, like in the timelines. Like he didn't respond to him. He also blocked Keem back. They'd never go at each other. Do you think that would be just healthier for both of them and the platform? Because I think that.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. Well, from healthier and for the platform, I mean, I don't know how much it actually has to do with it. I'm sincerely, like, I don't know how much impact their arguments actually have for their mental health. Yeah, and for business, yeah, I think it would be better to just walk away. But like I said before, like I don't blame him for doing it either, because I could fully understand if someone just kept coming at my wife and supporting anyone who talks bad about me, endorsing them. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it getting to him. And like I mentioned earlier, Ethan doesn't need this YouTube drama. Like he had Eric Andre on his last podcast. He's moved past this level in his career.
But I don't think
like,
he has moved past it. He's allowing himself to still be at this level while simultaneously making content at a higher echelon. Like he doesn't he's moved past this, but he also likes being here, dude. He's a drama channel now. Look at his YouTube channel. He made the video on Mudahar. He made the video calling out the channel who, like, what was it? The one who said like old and something people are gonna die from the COVID or whatever, and he made a whole video talking about that.
Oh yeah, Tracy.
Yeah, dude, his channel is like a drama channel.
Right,
he's commentary.
But dude, he's like it's not a secret. Anytime like you criticize someone, they're gonna defend themselves.
Dude,
and I mean, like
totally,
it's just with
totally.
I mean, when
can I just say I don't
care
about drama channels? Like I actually endorse it. Like, yo, it's
I
fucking,
am
it's
a drama
spicy,
channel.
it's great, it's cute.
I agree. Yeah, 100%.
Fuck it.
I'm just saying, like, if you're saying he's moved past this point in his career, and it's obvious Ethan actually likes playing in the mud a little bit, I think that's not really that great of an argument. But
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's like if you want to get burned, don't go in a kitchen. Like Ethan's like getting himself into these situations by continuing to stay involved.
Like, well, can I ask you guys this? Do you think Ethan's a good businessman? Do you think you guys believe that?
If he's the one working on Teddy Fresh, I think he is. If it's Ela Klein, I think she's probably a better businesswoman. I think they've made a shitload of money. I think they've done great for themselves. I think making the decision to switch to the podcast format benefited them in the long run after they almost got fucking sued into poverty. And I 100% understand why he did that. I think he's taken the podcast in a direction that maybe the fans don't agree with, but monetarily he's bringing in significantly more than he could have ever imagined as a commentary channel.
Right.
If you want to put it in that perspective, then yeah, that's where I stand.
I think he's a smart businessman. I think PR-wise, it's
yeah, exactly.
PR-wise,
I think
he's terrible.
Smart, but I don't think PR-wise he's like really good. And something that comes to mind is something that actually happened like way long ago in 2017. If you remember, like the drunken rant H3 had when Ela was away with like Jack Films and stuff. It was like, oh, Keemstar called me a hypocrite or whatever. And Ethan, like recently in his response to Gokanaru, he said like that was an embarrassing moment. For me personally, as a former H3 fan, or I'm still a fan of him to an extent, but like that's when I really started to like not like him, because like when he like says, oh, if you watch Keem, just fuck off. If you watch Scarce, just fuck off or whatever. He's not just addressing Keem and Scarce fans, but he's also addressing his fans because there's a lot of crossover. So as a fan of both Keem and H3 at the time, I felt really alienated by the fact that he said that.
Yeah,
I think here's my thing with Ethan. Years ago, when he was on a fully edited format, his responses and his sarcasm worked so well in his favor. And I will fully attribute that a lot of my content, I would say, like especially nowadays, I think if a lot of people watch it, I was really influenced by Ethan. Like Ethan to me has always been like, I consider him not an inspiration, but somebody that I looked up to, especially during that time. And you know, to an extent, I still do. Like, it is what it is. Like Ethan, you know, it's fine. Everything's in the past. Like, I still definitely respect the guy. That's where I get it from. I think when he was making the edited content, like that was when it was like really peak. Anytime somebody would like fucking shit on him, he would shit on them 10 times harder and win the whole thing. But now that you have this sort of like unedited perspective, especially nowadays with all these long-winded Twitter beasts, it's like, that's where the PR shit drops. That's where like he loses the ball with a lot of the greater community, right? Like if you had old Ethan going up against Keem right now, might be a whole different fucking story if you guys want to really think about it, you know what I mean? Because that old Ethan really brought the fucking spice to it. Nowadays it's just like you've got this fight between Keem and Ethan, and it's almost like, you know, you're looking at two sides of the same coin to an extent, right? One is obviously much more overt. One is, I would say, I don't know. Like to me, Ethan and Keem, it's almost like the same side of the coin to an extent.
Right.
To an extent, not all the way though.
Well, to go back to what I was saying about the business point, is it's just that I think he's smart enough to know that this isn't smart as a business move. So, I believe that he really does have intent in continuing this fight with Keem, whether I agree with it or not. My whole point, my whole thesis, I guess, is that I just don't think he's as evil. I don't think he's evil to the point of all the hate that he's getting. I just think he's a normal guy. And a lot of the shit that is getting flung at him, I feel like it's non-deserving. Like I said, you don't have to like him, but I don't think he's ever done anything that's so questionable that he deserves all this hate.
Do you want to know why I said that they're both sides of the same coins? To an extent, is when they both make takes, right? Here's what I get, and I don't care who disagrees here, whatever it is what it is. When Keem made that tweet yesterday about the victim, I think that was the dumbest way to articulate it, right? But at his core, I did agree to an extent with the message where you need to learn how to have consent. And to be honest, if he articulated it better, I think nobody would really disagree with the point. I saw that point. It took me like a couple rewatches, and I was like, maybe we should focus on self-defense. Maybe we should really start teaching people yes and no. He articulated that fucking poorly.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they both make a point. Ethan can make a point, right? He can make a really good point nowadays on Twitter. Sometimes he articulates it poorly and people start screenshotting, they dogpile it and all that, right? That's why, to me, I think both of them, to an extent, are the same side, like two sides of the coin. They both make good points. They both have this persona on the internet, and they both are prone to being dogpiled. That's sort of the case of it. Ethan, though, like in his case, he gets dogpiled. I'm not going to disregard that. Nobody here is, for sure. There's a lot of people that will fucking take a screenshot of his, constantly spam it. They'll find a way to pill on him. But I mean, the same thing happens to Keem. Same thing happens to all these channels who open themselves.
It's part
up
of being
to
an
such
e-celebrity.
criticism.
Right.
Exactly.
You're right. Right. I agree with you. I'm just saying, I feel like it's all towards him. And the reason why I say that is because look at me, for example. I was a channel with 600 subscribers when Ethan first found my channel. Like, he had to go that low to find someone that was actually on his side. I don't see any creators
who are on his side. They just don't make videos.
Right.
A lot of the creators are people like me who came up as huge fans of Ethan Klein, like literally growing up watching YouTube, wanting to make YouTube my job. A lot of those guys are kind of upset where he took the channel. A lot of those guys don't agree with a lot of the decisions he makes. And a lot of those guys agree with some of the points that Gokinaru has made, agree with some of the points that myself and Tom have made. And I think we did a good point articulating why that isn't always the most healthy mentality, and why Ethan doesn't deserve as much. Like, there are points in these videos where we're almost pro Ethan. I would say most of my sections in my first video are insulting Keemstar, insulting Mutahar, criticizing Ethan Klein on the Mutahar situation, explaining how he didn't steal money, by the way, because there's still no clean fucking example of Ethan Klein explaining where the money went. I went back and I did it for him to tell everybody the guy's not fucking stealing from people. So when you come out and you say stuff like this is a biased video that makes bad faith arguments and stuff like that, yeah, I take offense to that. I absolutely do, because I think I did a good job making a positive and then a negative in the first video. The second video is a video we did on the content nuke situation, one where I was completely more towards the Keemstar side. With the Mutahar video, I would say I edged towards H3, with the exception of two arguments that were made about like the doxing and stuff like that. But I had an issue with Ethan Klein specifically painting a swatting, Keemstar helping put a swatter in jail. I had an issue with him painting that as a bad thing, and he's been very vocal about his disdain for swatters. I have a huge fucking issue with the way the Etika argument was presented, because it's obvious it was presented in a certain light, and that's how it was interpreted by everybody. And I had an issue with what was the points making like jabs at G Fuel, like 8 jabs in one video about G Fuel, and his response to that one was, how do I not talk about G Fuel? Like, do you understand how Ethan says certain things that make people get more like maybe even unjustifiably mad about situations, because some of his responses are just that stupid that we can't avoid talking about them? Like, how do you respond to that point? Like, how do you respond to why are you going after sponsors? Well, how could I not have gone after G Fuel? It's like everywhere. Like, that's just, yeah, of course I'm gonna call that out. But even at the end of the video, we turn it around and try to explain how there's a lot of these guys who watch this Gokinaru video and watch our video who claim they're huge fans of Ethan Klein, who haven't watched this podcast in the past like 3 years, and they still complain about it to this very day. And they think they know Ethan or whatever, but then they saw him on this podcast and he's not the guy they used to know. But in reality, he probably always was that guy. You probably just enjoyed the persona he made when he like made videos that were fully edited and he was able to get his jokes in better and they were scripted. And stuff like that. Like they probably like that creator. Like again, but we're like dragging it back. We're like explaining why, like the opposite of that. So I just want to know where is our bias? I mean, in Ethan's own fucking content nuke, I'm sourced as one of the examples on Keemstar. Yeah. And when I came into Keemstar's exposed video, I got on a podcast and went on like a 20-minute rant about how Keemstar is a piece of shit in the Just Destiny situation and how he fucking lied through his teeth in his own response. We went on this podcast and we watched Keemstar's second video and laughed hysterically at him because he opened it up with Pirates of the Caribbean music and fucking sat there and said that Ethan Klein accused 1.5 billion people of of molesting children. But like I'm just saying, like there are examples that you can see where I've been critical of Keemstar. Someone who's articulated that he doesn't even like me.
Edwin's and callers, by the way.
I want to say a few things. First, I didn't see your complete video. Anything I was saying was in response to the tweets. It wasn't about your guys' video. Actually, I watched some of your video on the live stream, and I actually didn't say anything bad about it. What I did say is actually I commend these guys on not being like some other channels who just straight attacked Ethan's character, like we're saying very personal shit about making Jewish jokes and all that. Just so you know, and I know no one likes their content being criticized, so I wasn't trying to. Well,
I don't think anybody here can sign on those videos.
I've seen you make. Oh, sorry, Moody.
I don't think anybody can sign on those Jew jokes. Like, I just want to make it for the record. I absolutely despise all the jokes and this happened when I had my thing with Ethan, right? Where like everyone in my comments was like, "Look at this fucking smelly ass Indian." I wasn't offended by it or anything, but I was really fucking angry at my community and Ethan's community for like, or any community really, dropped all the Jewish jokes and shit like that. I just like. Listen, my whole rule is like I don't really care, but it's just like when your jokes are that fucking pointless, and they don't have like punch to them.
Dude, why does this happen every fucking time I get into any fucking debate on this platform? We spend fucking 30 minutes arguing about something, and the person I'm talking to says they didn't watch my fucking videos. Every time this happens, every time we go live.
Except that you're irrelevant.
I really want to give Nick a hug for that.
I can't tell you how many times people have recommended that I watch it. I really do.
You should watch it. You should watch it. It's a solid video.
I will.
Like, you've made tweets where you're like, "Oh, this whole commentary community is just like Nick or whoever is like fucking dogpiling on Ethan or whatever," but you don't even like take the time to see that that's not the case. So how are you gonna make these statements?
No, I'm seeing it on Twitter. I'm on Twitter.
Dude, I'm an asshole on Twitter. That's part of my charm. When I make the videos, those are the level-headed discussions about the situation. On my Twitter, I'm fucking sniping people. I do this all the time. I'm addicted to everybody I talk about. I've been rooted to Keemstar you'll ever know on that platform.
I didn't tag anyone. It's not like I said your video.
No, but you were obviously talking about me. You were talking about our videos.
I swear to God, dude. I swear to God, I have no. Like you said, if I would tag people, it would be to get more exposure. But when I'm just saying that, literally, I to this day, till you guys responded, I seen you guys in the comments. I'm new to this whole shit. I just seen the same people commenting on him, and anytime I went to their channels, I seen similar patterns. And that's why. And the reason for not tagging was because I honestly didn't know. I didn't want to say someone and then it not be them. So that's why I left it open. Sincerely.
Oh my god.
Because when you don't tag someone, it feels like you're just like trying to call someone out, but then when like they come to you like, "Hey, why are you talking shit?" You're like, "Oh, I didn't mean you.
Yeah,
I didn't tag you."
Fuck, man.
So and like if it was somebody else, I don't know who it is. Maybe hopefully you're comfortable. Like,
no,
saying
I'm starting to feel a little. I don't think you know what the fuck you're doing. And again, that's not a knock on you. You are new.
No, it's cool, but I mean, from the same flip of the coin, what's the two main criticism of Ethan? As I said, that he's a hypocrite and he can't take criticism. So now me, a channel with no followers, nothing, says something, doesn't even say your name, and you're flipping the lid. And in doing that, could someone argue that you're being a hypocrite?
How am I flipping the lid?
Okay. Can we get this tweet? Can we get this tweet?
Yeah, I want to know.
Can we? Yeah. Can we get this tweet? I want
to
see.
Yeah, I got the tweet. Let me.
Dude, the thing is, my fucking reply was a quote tweet, so I'll send you my reply.
Okay.
And the thing is, in my tweet, I am explaining how you don't know context, and you just told me you didn't watch my video. So I don't really like. I made 2 tweets about it, and now I understand why you didn't have a good argument in response. Like I literally said, like, your attempt to debunk our video was to not mention a single point. Dude, now I know why.
Okay, let's
everyone get into the live room and we'll watch this tweet.
Go in the live room, we can all watch it together.
Will everyone in there?
I'm in here, yeah.
All right, let me just. Well, there's only 2 people in here.
Can I say something as a side note, real quick?
Quickly.
That person, Saya, just messaged me. Yeah, I do have to agree with you guys on that. That girl is problematic, big time.
Oh, thank you, man.
Big fucking time.
Yeah. If you look into why she's calling Nick racist, it's like insane, dude.
Starkilla,
get it by like 3 fucking like things of separation.
Starkilla, get in the live room and we'll watch this video.
Yeah.
Apparently, I am racist too now because I used her as a weapon against Nick.
Dude, at this point, everyone's just.
Bro, just listen, all right. You know what? I guess we're all fucking.
Why don't you?
We're a multicultural group right now. Okay, you got one telephone marketer. You've got one guy from Jersey. You've got one dude who reads tweets. You've got Augie. And
whatever the fuck I do.
Dude, I'm half Sicilian. Dude, I'm half Sicilian. For all you fucking know, if I go get a test, you're gonna have to apologize to me, you bitch.
All right, Starkilla, get in the live room and let's watch this damn video. I want to see the damn video. I want to watch.
Can I do it?
I want to watch the fucking video.
Can I? Okay, go ahead.
Are you in?
Yep.
All right.
What drives me insane about this whole situation, it has nothing to do with defending Ethan. Ethan doesn't need me to defend him. Who the fuck am I to defend Ethan? And I don't think I'm impressing Ethan either. If anything, I'm probably annoying the fucking guy. My problem is with all of you edgy commentary channels. You guys know which ones I'm talking about. The ones that use the N-word on Twitter and make gay jokes, because since that's so fucking cool. I guess we're in 2006 on fucking Xbox Live or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but your arguments are all so fucking privileged. They're some of the most privileged suburban bitch shit I've ever heard in my motherfucking life. He's a hypocrite. He's a piece of shit. Bro, stop trying to recycle Goku Naruto's fucking arguments. Goku Naruto got the respect that he did and it blew up because he put the time into his fucking criticism. You guys are not providing anything. And if you do think he's a piece of shit, and if you do think he's so bad, at least apply those same fucking standards to Keem. Y'all some fucking lame. Seriously, I know I'm gonna get hate for this, but I don't give a fuck. It's fucking ridiculous. Y'all acting like a bunch of fucking kids. It drives me.
Okay, so do you understand why that sounds absolutely insane if you didn't even take the time to watch my video?
But I didn't say that. I wasn't implying that.
You're talking about my
Twitter. But I can see how you can interpret that. But that's not what. That wasn't what I was referring to. And my intent and being that, like, I know you guys don't follow me or anything, but I'm never that cocky. I'm not cocky. My intent in being cocky was to bait people into responding. Because of that, because I wanted to prove a point that people who criticize Ethan for being a hypocrite and that he can't take criticism are also like that. We're all fucking
So if I
hypocrites.
respond to you, I can't take criticism.
No, you can respond to me, but there's a big difference between how you respond and Turkey Time responded.
Well, then I'll respond it. Yeah, here, this is my response that I gave you. The one I said initially was, this kid deals in absolutes. If you're not with me, you're against me. You're like cosplaying a YouTuber, so why don't you go the extra mile and do some research? I sent a sarcastic tweet where I let you know I've put out a video called How a YouTube Cancellation Went Too Far, Keemstar, that has 126,000 views. It's in the content nuke by Keemstar. So your fucking thesis of your message is, why do you not turn that research around and use it against Keemstar? And my example is, hey, moron, I did that. I literally did that. I did exactly what you just said to Keemstar, and it was used in the video that I'm critiquing. And then my other response was, I also went on a podcast with Tommy C. I believe the date of this, if I could pull it up for you, just so we can put a lid right on that. This was on May 24th, 2020, where I went on a long-winded speech criticizing Keemstar publicly on his response video. So it's weird to be called biased by a dude who gets shouted out by Ethan once a week. In this fucking video that I linked to, Keemstar showed up in the comment section of the live chat saying that he would not come on because he didn't want to debate me on Just Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Because he couldn't. Because I'm right. Because I made the video. I used my research and I used it on Keemstar. So yeah, I responded like a dick to you, but is my fucking thesis wrong? Is my argument wrong? And then you turned around with, you can't take criticism. And yeah, you're biased. You make bad arguments, but I won't name them. I debunked the argument and you responded by saying I can't take criticism.
Yeah, bro, honestly, I was just trying to piss you off a little bit, man.
Okay. There we go. All right. There we go.
Oh,
There
no.
we go. It was just all bait.
All right.
Starkilla, no!
I felt like I mean, I had a very simple, I had a very simple thesis. I feel like I proved it, that you as well do the same thing that you criticize Ethan for. That you get mad when someone criticizes you, someone at a much smaller scale, and that in doing that makes you also a hypocrite based on your own logic.
What?
Wait.
Is anyone criticizing Ethan for getting mad at Keem?
That he can't take criticism. That's one of the big points.
I don't think he can take criticism because I think he responds to it poorly. I don't think just his level of anger is the reason he's responded poorly. I think the responses that he makes, like with Leafy is Here, for example, where he leaked a big YouTuber's DMs because he asked him if he could help with YouTube because he obviously has some connections.
Yeah.
Not like obviously has connections where he took Leafy's videos down, but the fact of the matter is Susan Wojcicki's been to his house, so he might have an extra phone he can call to try to help Leafy out because he was about to be terminated. He dumps that guy's DMs. He quote tweets Leafy and goes, "Nothing of value is lost" when his channel's in danger of being deleted.
H3 is a...
This is why people think he might have done these things. Because the way he responds to certain criticism causes, like, this whole thing. When he goes to Mutahar and he says, the FUPA fund, I've explained this tons of times, the research is there, and I go to do the research and I find it in the middle of some Twitter thread back in 2017 where not all the questions are even answered, and in that response he's being like a dick to Keem, who's just asking where the fucking money went back then. Yeah, like, dude, I don't think he's good at responding to these things, man. I don't think it's not like a level of anger. It's just like, in general, I don't think he's handled PR very well.
That's fine. That's okay. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm you know, like you have the right to think that.
So do you think Nick is still hypocritical for responding to your video, or do you understand now that's not the case?
Hello?
He responded was well either. Can you hear me?
You cut out.
But he gave you an example
like
that
immediately.
debunked
I
your
didn't
whole thesis.
beat around the bush. Like, it's right there.
But no, but it's based on terms that you're setting that you guys are agreeing with. A group of friends agreeing with. That's not going to sway my opinion. I mean, I'm being respectful.
You
but
said that he's biased towards Keemstar. He showed you a video where he exposed Keemstar and an instance where he ranted
okay,
about
wait.
Keemstar
So
after
someone
the
argues with someone. That means that's it. That he has no bias towards.
I
him?
argued against him.
I think.
What do you know about the Just Destiny situation that Ethan covered? Because Ethan butchered my fucking story. Do you know what Keemstar did to that fucking guy? First of all, he asked him, "Do you touch kids?" over a fucking thumbnail because he had a picture that aired on daytime television in his fucking thumbnail because it was a Dr. Phil episode. So in a thing where Just Destiny claims that he specifically said the pedo shit wouldn't be in the interview, Keem blindsided him with a question asking him if he touched kids. Then he jumped into an entire group chat filled with like 100 fucking YouTubers, including respected guys like Jay Aubrey, The Right Opinion, huge fucking channels, okay?
Hello?
Chat, and we have to find. It becomes a witch hunt. We got to find who this fucking guy is the big thing here, because he might be a pedophile. Like, I have fucking screenshots and stuff.
Why does the Discord keep cutting out?
Then he gets into a Google. What is it?
No, every now and again, you guys will just go quiet, and then when I speak, I'll hear you guys again.
Okay.
Whatever. Just go ahead.
He thought it would be like what we needed to do is because Just Destiny wouldn't show his face. He could have just been a pedophile. How could we know he's not a pedophile? So what he did was he created a Google Hangout with the doxer who harassed my family throughout December and January, added me to the call, and a couple other of the YouTubers. The link was posted in the main group chat filled with all these fucking reputable YouTubers who have no idea what's going on. And in that chat, Keem was trying to convince a lawyer and us that that Just Destiny was a 35-year-old incarcerated pedophile. This guy sounds like he's 22 years old, but he said, well, I guess that's how it is. And obviously that didn't go anywhere. We all realized that he can't be posting these videos from jail. So he took it back into the chat, found this dude, right? Found out that he's not a pedophile. And then after all of that was said and done, he goes, he said the N-word. So we better go. We should still go through with this. We should put his information out there. We should threaten him with his information. Then they found out a very unfortunate event why that wouldn't have mattered. And then after that, he goes, well, all right, he's not racist. All right, he's not a pedophile, but he's being a dick. So I'm gonna threaten him with his docs anyways. Okay, so then we had to explain to him why that was a bad idea. As I'm just sitting here laughing at this, this is just gone completely off the rails. I recorded the whole call. The call is out there. You can research this anytime you want to. It's all there. But he then takes the docs and he sent it to a 15-year-old. The guy's personal information. He sent the guy's personal information to a fucking minor who could have fucking distributed the shit out of it. So I go through it, this whole situation. And then I publicly had a blowout debate with Keemstar on this fucking program as the video's coming out. I burned every bridge I had in the community. I was banned from fucking group chats for over a year for this fucking video. I was almost blackballed by the entire fucking community. So if you're gonna say and you're gonna minimize my fucking video to we had a simple disagreement, dude, this was like a fucking event. There was a lot of shit that happened. So Ethan just going, oh yeah, you asked him if he touched kids in an interview, really undersold the amount of shit that fucking asshole did to Just Destiny, who's genuinely just a guy who fucked up, and he's I think he's made up for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're minimizing that a little bit there.
Yeah, I would say like if we can like compile all the criticisms Nick has made against Ethan and Nick has made against Keem, it's about equal. It's just that all of the criticisms against Ethan are more recent.
Yeah, dude, I've been talking shit about Keem for like a year and a half. I ratioed him recently. He goes, wouldn't it be nicer if we can get a little closer if you remove that video? And I dumped that tweet publicly and he blocked me for 6 months. Because I wasn't going to take my video down because he was
I'm not denying that that's the case, but my whole point was in this situation that's happening right now. Everything that's happening right now, I just see what's the point of the horse memes and stuff? What is the point of sharing that? Is it just the clear that doesn't seem very fair to me?
Well, I don't think that this whole situation is still continuing, and nickel and diamond Keem at every point is fair to me. I don't think using your fucking platform to attempt to deplatform someone is fair to me. And I'm an asshole, so if I want to tweet a fucking horse emoji, you can hate me for it. You can think it's
I don't hate you for it. That's cool.
No,
that's fine.
But I brand myself as an asshole. I don't come on this internet to be liked by people. So if people don't like me, dude, it's totally fine. I'm okay with that.
I like you.
That's fine. No, that's what I'm saying. That's all I was saying. It's just that in this situation, I feel like it's just a dog pile of Ethan. I'm not saying in the past you didn't go after Keem. I'm not saying that. That's not my point. It's just in this situation, every time Ethan says anything, it's all the same group attacking him, and then it just gets retweeted and another spin is put on it. And I'm not saying it's like you guys are doing it for monetary value or whatever it is. I'm just saying that is what it is. I'm not saying that your intents aren't pure or anything. I'm just saying that the scales
my
are
whole
clearly
channel
tipped.
got basically demonetized after I made that video. YouTube went back and literally fucking ungreened every video I've ever seen. Now I've been joking, like I don't think it was Ethan, but I've been joking about it.
H3
it's fucking hilarious with
a
the allegations that go around right now. That as soon as I make a video on Ethan, every permanently monetized video on my channel.
H3 was working with Antifa to take out your YouTube channel, Nick. So
Dude,
I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sucks.
Here's a hypothetical for you. Do you think it's possible, and this is just off topic,
Mm-hmm.
do you think it's possible that Ethan Klein isn't trying to get videos removed? He isn't trying to like talk about these things. Like he's not like actively going out to censor criticism, and that whole criticism is unjust. But maybe he is getting treatment he's not even aware of that are causing some of these things.
So I'm sorry. What was in this? Do I think it's possible
that YouTube? Yeah, do you think it's possible that YouTube's just like they like him more? That a gigantic website like this where Susan would just do a house call.
Yeah, I definitely think it's possible. I don't think it has anything to do with Ethan. I don't think if that is the case, I don't think Ethan has anything to do with it.
Okay, I just want to know, like, do you think, so you think it is totally possible that even if Ethan specifically didn't ask for this stuff to happen, that he could be getting some sort of special treatment that maybe even he's not aware of?
I don't think it's happening.
Oh, shout out to my boy Cabos. He's in the chat.
Yeah, but that's not the question. He's asking, like, do you think it's a possibility?
Is it possible?
Because
I'm worried that my response is going to to be twisted somehow.
No, it's not going to be twisted.
No, it's not going to be twisted.
This is my hypothetical for what I think happened. Because this is the huge, the H3 conspiracy. My big hypothetical for this whole thing, and obviously it's based off just what I would guess, is that maybe because obviously they had a meeting based on all these YouTube policies. H3 said he was talking about like monetization for creators and stuff like that, and he was actually championing for us where people thought he wasn't. But I mean, I'm thinking like maybe because obviously creator on creator harassment came up. That was the blog post, right? That was one of the big points in the blog post. I mean, couldn't you think it's possible maybe that Ethan just said something along the lines of like, yeah, dude, these drama videos are bad. Look at all that stuff that's happened with James Charles right now. Did you know there's some video of me that's got 1 million views where the guy's pointing a gun at my head? Like, not even intending to get the video taken down, just to verbally say something like that. That's always what I thought happened. But now, even if that's not true, when I see him openly trying to fucking bring up the YouTube studio saying he's like a danger to the partner program and stuff like that. Do you not understand why, like, I would think that maybe he doesn't have the best intentions? Why he might be that guy behind the scenes?
Yeah,
like,
I don't agree at all with Ethan deplatforming Keem. Like, this is just not okay. I understand, like, he has this beef with Keem, but I don't think the deplatforming needs to be a thing. That's too far.
Right.
And neither should Ethan get deplatformed either, by the way. Let me just say it. No one should.
No. I think Ethan should be on the platform.
How about we live in this wonderful utopia where nobody but, like, pedophiles get deplatformed? How about that? You know what I mean?
Augie's really upset David Duke got kicked off today. Don't say that. It's on his birthday, no less.
Fuck David Duke.
No.
I think we can all agree with that.
If there's proof of Ethan ever doing that, then my opinion would change. But like I said, like my whole thing was between him and like Keem, for example, is just that the stuff I have problems with Keem about, it's like it's factual, it's proof, it's been there. You know what I mean? But like if anything was to come out like that about Ethan, then I would change my mind. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you. If you guys believe that, that's completely okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can I just say off topic real quick? Can I just say off topic? Cavos is what I'm Alex wishes he could be. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, my biggest issue is just that when people see others criticizing Keem, people like Starkiller are like, "Oh, you're Team Keem," or no, when we did I say that right? Like when people are criticizing Ethan, Starkiller immediately thinks, "Oh, you're Team Keem." Just because you criticize Ethan doesn't mean you're Team Keem. Just because you criticize Keem doesn't mean you're Team Ethan. You can criticize both of them and not be on either
100%,
side.
dude, 100%. Like Goku Naruto's a prime example of that. Like, but
yeah, I don't know.
Whenever I see all the horse memes and stuff being shared on your guys' pages and buying Keem's merch, what do you expect me to think?
Okay, I don't know if buying Keem's merch is necessarily representative of us being on Team
right,
Keem.
but what if the same person that was talking shit about Teddy Fresh?
What do you mean?
I haven't talked shit about.
Wait. Do you think Teddy Fresh looks good? Wait, we can get into a really semantic argument. Do you think Teddy Fresh looks better than the fucking
wait a minute.
Okay, I think Teddy Fresh looks better.
Okay, listen. I think
I bought a fucking beanie, bro. I'm not going to Zoomies to go buy a purple and fucking
I wouldn't
blue
buy
t-shirt.
either. Personally, I wouldn't buy either, but I don't like Axis of Evil looks like MS Paint, bro. I'm just gonna say that.
Fuck off. I think both hoodies look absolutely comfy to wear.
Although I like the Keem Park one, dude. The Keem Park one's good.
The Keem Park one.
I don't like the Axis of Evil. That's just a personal preference, obviously not objective. But yeah.
I don't think Keem is evil either. I think he does fucked up shit, and that's one of the reasons I think he just needs to be called out on it. But I genuinely don't think even Keem is a fucking evil dude, just for the record.
Also, I do want to answer what Kavos is saying in chat. He says, "Let's agree, all Kavos merch is the best." Dude, I got a Kavos hoodie. I'm wearing it right now, dude.
Did you fucking see that
so
hoodie? That was fresh.
bro.
The white and red one was sick.
Dude, I'm wearing it right now. I got the black and like purple text. It's so comfortable, dude. It looks
Kavos,
fine.
can you
Can
you send me a hoodie? Are they out of stock? Because last time I checked, they went out of stock.
I don't know. I bought mine.
Can we
I saw a pretty good coffee mug.
Dude.
I saw a pretty good
I would
mug.
buy Kavos' hoodie 50 times over an internet sensation.
I've bought a lot of YouTuber merch, and Kavos is the most comfortable.
Hey, I saw a pretty good. Hey, I will not stop bringing this up until people acknowledge how good my coffee mugs are. All right, so bow down.
Did you see the I'm Alex shirt, bro? Wait, did you see the I'm Alex shirt where he tried
I like how this has just evolved into like merch review.
Bro, dude, I'm Alex tried to sell the pride flag. He literally tried to sell merch. All it said was LGBT on it.
I'm gay,
bro.
Is this his merch store?
Can I publicly defend myself and you guys against something?
What's up?
Real quick.
It's the girl accusing us of all being racist, right?
It's the girl, yeah. So listen, I know you're listening, Sai. This is the problem with people like you. You make the left look extreme and crazy. And just to check you right quick before you come at me, my godfather is the president of the NAACP. I have a black god sister. You're talking to the wrong person. And you are just looking for a fight with everyone. And I apologize to Nick and anyone else that I used your tweets against. You are full of shit. You are the worst thing to happen to Black Lives Matter. It's people like you. I really do believe.
Damn.
I think she just NAACP'd herself, bro.
Oh, damn. I've been calling you racist for a while, bro. Jesus.
Oh, fuck you.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, her fucking entire account is just feel bad for me. Please, just feel bad for me.
Bro, no,
marginalized member.
This is exactly what the other side wants to show is people like her, dude. I swear to God.
She's Sky Jackson on a platform.
Yeah.
Sky Jackson blocked me, dude. I use that as a badge of honor. I shit you not, in my office, I have Sky Jackson's block framed out and actually like.
Oh my
God.
Nice.
Dude, I love my Pro Jared block, dude. That's my favorite.
Wait, you got the Pro Jared block?
Yeah, I got
I'm blocked by Andy Milanakis.
Oh,
no. I made too many memes about him, and I made the memes before he vindicated himself, to be fair. And they were all about him divorcing his wife, which he did divorce his wife on Twitter, okay?
I like the Nerd City block that I have. That's my favorite one.
I have the Nerd City one too, dude. That's a pretty good one, bro.
To be fair, everyone who's at Shad has a Nerd City block.
Nerd City block, bro. Oh, dude, Kavos, the Pokemon block, dude.
God, you guys are toxic. I love Pokemon, dude.
Dude, I got blocked by fucking Andy Milanakis because I asked who the girl in the baited podcast was.
Oh boy,
guys, I don't want to just linger here, guys. I don't want to take over your guys' live stream, but I appreciate you guys allowing me.
Hey, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for defending your position and stuff like that. Like I said before, I don't really know you that well. I know you did comment on one of my videos. I just saw you guys beefing I saw you beefing with Nick and Bowblax or whatever. So I just thought I'd throw you on.
It was on topic, so you didn't really.
I think everyone in the world is blocked by Alinity. Whoever said that in chat.
I'm not blocked by Alinity.
Fuck that. My unborn kids are blocked by Alinity.
Bro, Gabby Hanna, and Lindsay Lohan follow me,
her, and I'm not blocked, bro. But Starkilla, I do want to say one thing before you go. What's your most impressive block, dude? What's the block you champion the most? Yeah.
Keemstar. Guaranteed.
The block I'm about to do with this girl right now.
No, someone blocking you.
No, someone blocking you.
Yeah. Like Keem blocking or somebody else. Yeah.
Keem.
Bro, Keem. If I just want Keem to I'm just gonna keep going until Keem unblocks me.
You've been to be fair, you've been putting in work to get that block. So once you do get it,
you're gonna lose it on around Christmas. He unblocks everybody.
Oh yeah, Christmas. You're gonna get unblocked.
You're gonna have to do this again.
No, dude, he blocked me a long time ago. That was my first thing I said, defending Ethan. He blocked me.
Dude, Keem blocked me and then unblocked me on Christmas, and then 2 days later he blocked me again, dude. I'm pretty sure I was the first block after the Christmas purge, dude. But
with Keem, I know Kev Cabo said something about how he has a weird love-hate with Jake Paul because if it wasn't for him, his channel wouldn't blow up. I kind of got that for Keem because if Keem didn't block me and all the shit Keem did, he's kind of like the start of the domino effect that even brought Ethan to my channel. So, yeah.
Dude, little does Keem know, every time he blocks someone, he's giving them a career, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right, guys.
But anyways, guys, take it easy.
See you later, dude.
Thanks for coming on.
All right. Of course. Peace.
Dude, Keem block, that's weak. That's like level 1 shit, dude. That's literally step 1.
Why do you always...
1,000 boss.
Block Keem? Alright.
You want to grab Edwin?
Edwin!
Oh, bring in Edwin, dude.
Hey, Edwin.
Wait, let's bring in Rfcah on too real quick.
Optics check.
Rfcah, dude.
No, Rfcah, no. You can't come in on your ult. Stop.
I had a question for him, but you know, I guess he's came out reformed, right?
Yeah,
dude, he's a changed man now.
He sounds reformed.
Soon he's gonna be like fucking praising Keem, dude, and calling Ethan a hypocrite. I swear, dude. Just come on, dude.
He's about to be unfollowed by Ethan if Ethan had his eye on this, I think.
Well, Ethan was a little skeptical of things going on in this podcast. By the way, I want to say for the record, I heavily disavow Tommy C's bigotry against Hila Klein. I do not stand for this at all.
Like, I don't know
this is not representative of the core values of RFC.
Tommy Deadass goes, dude, I think the horse meme is too far. Also, Tommy C fucking puts on an entire accent, cosplays her, goes into like
Israeli accent.
Face, bro.
Yeah, how do you say horse is too far, but then do that?
That's so funny.
I've done accents.
I don't think it's bad. You should, okay, doing an accent. Let's just be doing an accent is not that edgy. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. Everybody does accents.
Wow, I would never ever.
I'm not co-signing that.
Intent is everything. Intent is everything.
Dude, these days you can't even be a fucking animated character anymore. Like,
dude, I got canceled for liking Leafy's N-word tweet. Okay, so I'm not taking any chances.
Yeah,
I'm so close to just tweeting out Cavos was my.
It's so funny. Dude, people, I don't know, like. It's like such a friendly context. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna tweet that out like 24/7, but like that shit, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny.
Being on the show alone is a risk these days. So it's good.
Yeah, dude, Rfcah just keeps showing up in the chat.
It's good. It's good that you emphasize. You know, every person in this show has their own values and beliefs. We don't all represent each other.
Everyone has their own values except for me. No. Everyone has their own values except for me. I have no values at all.
That's literally what keeps happening to me. Like, me and Ethan talked about the situation privately, and like he was just like, "Oh, will your friends do this and your friends do that?" And it's like, I'm an individual, man. Like, you can't just pin like
no, dude.
on me,
Okay, to add to it, context to the accents thing. Accents alone aren't like edgy. But the way Tommy C does it, holy shit, he goes like fucking overboard, dude.
I didn't get that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too desensitized. I'm too much of a.
Too based, bro.
I'm too based. It's blinded me.
I wish I could be as based as you one day.
Yeah, he's too based, dude.
Something about I wish I could be as based as you, man. One day I'll be.
I mean, remember, Augie's apparently Augie's apparently like a pedophile at fucking 19.
Yeah,
dude. It's kind of wild.
I actually set the world record. I'm on speedrun. They put me in the Guinness Book of World Record, fastest pedophile.
Wait, did you guys see the videos? Hold on. Did you guys see the Sky Jackson speedrun videos?
Oh my god! Wait, the video where they would get blocked by her?
Yeah, on YouTube, blocked by Sky Jackson world record.
Yeah, I did the pedophile speedrun. I'm the fastest pedophile. I like timed it. Like I was like, June 29th, 2019. All right, send the folder. Send the folder. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm illegal now. Okay. All right. Anyway, I'm probably gonna close up shop here, boys. We've been on for 3.5 hours. What do you guys say? I get the hell out of here before I incriminate myself.
Happy birthday, by the way. I didn't get to.
Thank you, Edwin. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice.
Everyone else said
I
happy
was
birthday,
gonna
right?
wish you happy birthday, but I was gonna wait an hour so I could say that I'm giving you happy
birthday. Did
Starkilla
wish you a happy birthday?
Ooh, I didn't hear that one.
Wait.
Ooh,
He just came in.
Yeah, I think we gotta cancel Starkiller. I think he's on the list.
Starkilla.
Hey, see, I just want to ask him about like how he retweeted a tweet without knowledge. the whole thing.
Dude, it was fucking hilarious when, like, the moment he's like, "Well, I didn't actually watch your video, Nick."
And not only that, it's like, wait, so you think Nick is a racist that doesn't like black people?
That's happened. We had a debate.
Oh, it happened with Rewired
Yeah,
Soul,
Mudahar.
right?
We had a fucking debate with the Rewired Soul, where in the first 30 seconds he goes, "Yeah, I didn't do any research. I don't know anything about you." Like he was prepping me all week. Like, dude, you better bring with your A game. You better have all your research and all your facts. I'll be checking them all. I'm looking into you or whatever. He gets there, he goes, "I didn't even see the video you made on me."
It's bad.
So how did these people just like fucking do that? It's so
Dude,
stupid.
best strategy against Nick.
All right, I got some. Edwin, go ahead, and then I got some chats to read.
When people say, when he says something like, all these edgy commentary channels, he's like, well, I wasn't talking about you guys. Then who are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know who he was talking about. Like, what other
large, quote unquote, large channels making videos about H3? I mean, it's if it isn't Turkey Tom and Nicholas, and who else?
More like Augie.
But yeah, anyway.
Well, I only say it privately. All right, let's make that clear.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
all right. Happy birthday.
Yeah. I bully bullies through two.
Young
Says
enough to get away with saying it and then being like, "Oh, I was young." Later.
Yeah. I'm still pretty young.
He's cancelable, dude.
Yeah. I bully bullies through two. Says newest member of the Commentary Mafia here. Yep. Apparently, Tipster is my godfather. I'd call him the Tip Father. Speaking of tips, have some. Thank you. Baron Von Bronk through 5 says, happy birthday, my friend. When I turned 19, George W. Bush was president and GTA Vice City was the greatest video game. I've got a video you should play on live stream before you go. It's a Lego animation called Shrek Eats 2,000 Chicken Nuggets. Okay,
oh, that sounds great. Dude.
I might check that in a second here. Ethan Klein through $1 says, here's the thing. I want Nicholas Diorio dead, clean shot. Okay. I bully bullies through 1 says, yeah, I saw those tweets. Didn't come off as a joke to me. Glitter and Gold through 5 says, Starkilla sounds like an autistic kid I knew in high school. He had an obsession with trains. Good one. Kiro through 4 says, I'm just wanted to bring this up because it popped in my head. The thing with Vonnie and Fed is sexual misconduct or harassment, not a sexual assault that implies aggressive contact. I think misconduct or harassment is a better term. I'm willing to talk.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. That's how I'm going to describe it too.
Lana through 1 says, this tweet criticizing Ethan Klein was completed after hundreds of hours of research and editing. Is this dude gatekeeping criticism? I don't know, man.
Yeah, what made me think he was talking about Nick and Tom's video specifically, because he said it was about the tweets, but then he cited Gokanaru's video as like, oh, that one made sense because it was well-researched, and that's a YouTube video, so I would assume he was comparing other YouTube videos, not tweets, but...
I don't know. He was on here though. Like, let's not just spend the rest of the time talking about him.
Yeah.
He came on.
Oh,
I thought that was a good call-in. I thought that was a great call-in segment.
It was a good call-in. Yeah, I just wanted to.
He saw the pill, and Nicholas stuffed it hard. Damn. The pill.
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna
H3 conversion.
I think I'm gonna bounce out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. You guys have a good night. Thanks you guys for coming on.
Happy birthday, dude.
Thank you very much, man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
And shout out to Bowblax for not really being racist.
Oh, dude, I've talked to Bowblax behind the scenes. Dude's hella racist.
Oh,
no!
Dude, he called me He called me like Apu first time we talked. It's like, yo, I saw you on The Simpsons. Nice job, dude.
I disavow. I can't stand for this. This is too far.
Yeah, dude, I cried a little bit. No, I'm kidding. Fuck it.
Yeah. If I was
Bowblax champions white power.
I think if I was a person of color and Bowblax was racist to me, I'd cry a little too. Just thinking about that.
I cry at everything because I can't handle the internet. What?
Oh my god! All right.
Who's that girl who called us all racists?
Some nobody on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I know that, but goddamn.
I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, that's it. That's it. Guys, make sure you're following me on Twitter at AugieRFC, and make sure you're subscribed to this channel, youtube.com/AugieRFC. Make sure you hit the like button as well, and you have notifications turned on. We are shadow banned, so turning on notifications helps me out a lot so that you guys can see what I'm up to. Just so you guys remember, RFC Premium is now live. You can go check that out. Patreon.com/AugieRFC. We already have 40 members over there. Thank you guys very much. In just the first 12 hours of this premium program launching, already. You guys have shown us so much support. Remember that if you sub for $5 a month, you get 3 to 4 bonus videos per week, a weekly bonus podcast, audio versions of After Hours, including the audio version of this show that I'll be putting up right after the show is done, and a verbal shout out at the end of all of my YouTube videos. Oh, matter of fact, should I give my people a shout out right now? Well, I said videos, I didn't say streams, but since we had such a great turnout for the Patreon right at the start of the program, I guess I'll go ahead and shout them out right now. Junko, Johnny Big Balls, Abbas Walker Rat, Lay Winter Chauvin, Thomas Yost, Tipster, 187 Snowflake, Bullivon, Leo Martin, Infeli, Silfet, Javi, Luna Lizzie, Asthemic Emery, Grimecca, Alex Trudeau, Lock Stormhawk, Zev, Callum, Jimothy Christmas, Aaron, The Gaming Otter, Eureka, Lauren, Smolny, Joshua Thomas, Armanda, Esqueda, Sleeping But Tweeping, Unremarked Art, Rebecca Taylor, Gina Carter, Rachel David, Speedy Bird, Laura, Bowblax, Hellion, True Crime Stories, and Tyra Hoke. Thank you all for subbing to my Patreon and joining RFC Premium. I plan to put out some more content there probably tomorrow. Besides just the audio of tonight's show. And thank you guys for another winter episode of RFC. Things always happen here. This is a channel where things go down. And shout out to the donors as well in Streamlabs. What a great day. What an awesome, amazing day. I think this day deserves one final song before we get out of here. And I think we ought to play it right now.